Well, hello there, everyone.
What just happened?
Nothing.
Did you do the intro?
I just did the intro.
Oh, I'm trying to share this podcast on our social media because I don't think anybody wants to join
People will
in
trickle
tonight.
in. If you build it, they will come.
Well, I'm sharing it on my Instagram right now because the audience looks a little light.
Well, it's a Friday night and things happen, emergencies happen, and it's a holiday season, so people are probably out. But we're here. We're live. Whiskey and Cannoli's podcast. This is our episode 24. Last week I said it was episode 25. Apparently I was not feeling too well. I was a little out of it. But anyway, so Whiskey Banger was scheduled to be on the show, but his lovely, let's just call it his wife, because it basically is really due to have a baby any time now, and so she's going through some possible labor pains. So may or may not have a baby coming soon. So I told, obviously, Mr. Whiskey Banger will not be on the show tonight, but wish him the best, of course, and hope everything goes well, and he'll keep me informed, and I'll keep the audience informed. So everything's good there on that front. Filipino Meatball is actually doing he's at a rehearsal for a father-daughter dance thing that's coming up tomorrow for his kids. So like I said, a lot of stuff happening this time of year. It's the holidays, a lot of stuff happening with schools and families. I totally understand that. So I have to work with this over here.
So does that mean we're losers because we have nothing better to do?
No, we're not losers. At least in my mind, I tell myself I'm not a loser. We'll make the best of it because we got some stuff to talk about today. Of course, we're going to go through towards the middle part of the show, towards the end, or soon here, we'll talk about Christmas movies. We're going to basically invite the chat in as well as we go forward here. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I want to thank all my new subscribers. In the last month, we've gone crazy with the influx of subscribers. I want to thank you there. I really appreciate everybody here making this possible. What's up, Tyler the Redbeard? Go through the chat real quick here. Got Tyler the Redbeard. I got my boy Advent, Weird World Comedy, Double G Greg, Mom Sasquatch. Hello, Mom. Jacob Ironside, always happy to see you. We do have Filipino Meatball chiming in from his dance thing for his kid. Yes. And we have Tyler the Redbeard. Thank you all for showing up so far. I do have a surprise guest coming on for a quick 20-minute stint. Copa Catania, my host on Monday nights, is going to come in real quick soon, and he's going to give us a quick review of Avatar 2, The Way of Water. So, and we have his lovely wife Jana in the chat. Thank you so much for dropping in. Yeah, thanks, Jacob. Yeah, it's really crazy, Jacob. Like, I did this RRR review with Copa and JT Gunn and of course Mrs. Sasquatch here, and it really just boosted my overall numbers, my watch hours. It's been a real blessing and an amazing thing to see. But thank you, Jacob, for noticing that. I appreciate that. So we have some news to talk about tonight. Of course, we're going to talk. Of course, we have to talk about Henry Cavill. I am going to leave some stuff about Henry Cavill for my Monday show, but I had to address it here because there's so much information that came out. So
Mr. Cannoli
just go bye-bye?
No, you were frozen. I was fine.
Oh, cool. I'm getting the low signal thing on my freaking phone here, on my thing here, so I don't know what's going on. It's going to be one of those nights for internet people.
Aren't we paying a gajillion dollars more for this to work?
Well, we're paying more, but it's because our old internet service didn't want to work very well. Not that this is 100 times better, but whatever. The internet might be going in and out. I don't know what the hell's going on with the internet service. It was a little wonky today, but that's to be obviously noticed when I'm freezing. So yeah, we have Henry Cavill news. The poor guy got jilted by DC, James Gunn. And I wanted to talk about Avatar 2. Not that I'm totally excited to see this movie, but I am interested to get takes. I've been listening to people's takes on this movie all day. Some good, some bad. Some couldn't stand it. Some thought it had some redeeming qualities. Others said it didn't have any redeeming qualities. So I want to get an actual movie reviewer's.
You know what? Why we have a few minutes, we should talk about what a shit show the Beauty and the Beast 30th anniversary live action show is.
Yeah, I'll leave that to you because I could care less about that. But if it makes you
Well, I
happy.
didn't watch it because they race swapped everybody. And I'm going to say it again, and it's a very unpopular opinion, but I don't understand why they can't leave the characters true to what they are. And I've said this a million times, probably not on this platform, but if we took Princess and the Frog and made Tiana white, it would be a whole uproar. But when it's the other way around, if we say anything that we're bothered, we're racist. And I have nothing against any of that. It's just from our childhood, Belle and Gaston are depicted a certain way, whether it's the books, whether it's the movies, everything. There's a certain look for these characters, and they completely change them. And I just don't understand why it has to be that way.
Keep that viewpoint. We actually have some breaking information here. Hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I do have a special guest here for a short time, but I wanted to bring him in real quick. The one and only Copa Catania. Hello, sir.
Hi,
Mr. and Mrs. Sassy Pants.
That's right.
That is my real nickname, is Sassy Pants.
That's right.
He just happens to like cannolis.
Oh, well, don't we all?
How you doing today, my lovely bald friend?
Oh man, it's been a day. It has been a day.
I bet it has. So I'm glad you could drop in. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say you had to revive me after watching Avatar 2.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I wanted to get to, because I've been reading a lot of stuff. I've been hearing a lot of reviews, different reviews, and so we kind of talked you into going to see this movie, me, Vex, and White Bear, from the Monday show, and I wanted an honest assessment from some. So I have to screen all my movies now from people I respect, and I slightly respect you. No, I'm just kidding.
I slightly respect myself.
I don't blame you. So I've been hearing people talk about the movie. Some actually liking it. People who I didn't think would like it actually liked it. Others said it was eh. I listened to other people say it was a waste of time. So give me a quick assessment overall, your review of Avatar 2, The Way of Water.
It's the same as Avatar 1. It's a waste of time. It's really it's not well written whatsoever. It's good to look at. It's phenomenal to look at, actually. It's very outstanding. But the story, the beats are, you can tell the story is just made to jump from one cool looking thing to another without anything really fleshed out. And you honestly start looking at your watch going, how much longer do I have in this movie? Oh my God, it's only been a half an hour.
Wow.
So once the look of the movie wears off, just like the first one, you're just kind of stuck there wondering, when is it all going to end?
So did you see this in an IMAX screen or just a regular movie theater?
Okay. Yeah.
So from everything I've read and researched today, again, very similar information that I'm seeing is that it looks beautiful. His underwater scenes, while interesting, over time just look more like a video game than an actual movie.
Right.
And then the most redeeming factor of the movie is the actual father dynamic. There's a family dynamic where it's very pro father, protecting the family, which was the one positive. Other than that, the story, from what I've heard, is a complete shit show and just really doesn't serve the movie any good, and it's way too long. So
that is probably the biggest positive take from the movie, other than it looks good, is that it's a values driven story. And it really emphasizes family and sacrifice, and it has a strong father figure,
Right.
that heads this family,
Right.
with a strong motherly figure too. So you have strong adults there trying to keep their family together and protect their family, and really, that's what it all pretty much boils down to. The problem with that is they really try to stretch that out for 3 hours. And there's no real drama that happens, and any kind of drama that does happen in the picture is you're so used to it. You have this high school drama, that a high school bullying drama that happens. The kids get bullied because they go from their tribe that they're used to a new tribe, and then they're all bullied, and you watch that and you go, well, how many times have I seen this story? You know, you have the dad trying to keep the entire family together. But all in all, yeah, that's the biggest positive take from it all is that family dynamic and what it promotes. It's very rare that you find a film these days that actually promotes family values and has a father figure that's positive.
Especially a James well, actually, hold on here. We have
Can I ask a quick question?
Filipino meatball.
Oh, there he is. Finally.
I have a quick question, Copa.
Yes.
Was it visually beautiful though?
He said it was amazing to look at.
Yeah, it's amazing to look at. But you might as well just go to an art gallery if that's what it's like, and sit there for 3 hours and watch this go down.
Meatball, have you ever seen Avatar?
I did. I have seen the original Avatar.
Did you actually like the first Avatar movie?
Concept, yes.
Yeah.
the visuals, yes.
Can I interrupt really quick? Can I interrupt? My daughter was very concerned about this podcast tonight because Tim may or may not going to be on.
Oh yeah, Meatball.
And she just said, put the comment up that your daughter just said.
Hold on. Oh, here you go, Meatball.
Yeah, first one cut. First one cut when it comes to it, right?
So, Copa, getting back to it now. So, you're not the first person I heard today to say that basically the movie is a waste of time. It's just more of James Cameron's ego on screen. Stories don't. Now, I am not going to spoil from what I heard. I don't want to give spoilers out yet because obviously Monday we could talk even more about the movie on our show when it's had a full weekend out. I do know that they bring people back from the original movie, of course, which is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer.
Copa, is that Beck's? Are you drinking Beck's?
Absolutely not.
What are you drinking?
You, it's none of your damn business. Peroni. I'm drinking Peroni. I'm drinking an Italian beer.
Bro, if you're drinking Beck's, we're about to give a hug to each other. I can't find it anywhere. Yeah,
just let me pull my man card and throw it in the fire. I'm drinking Beck's.
By the way, not to cut anybody off here, Copa, this is going to be juicy for our Monday show because
I know, I can't believe that.
Just posted this.
Oof.
Oh, really?
So this tells me something. News? Yeah.
Shit is hitting the fan.
This. Thank you, Wookie Be Bad, for that.
Yeah, I mean, the shit's hitting the fan over there at Warner Brothers.
Yep.
James Gunn is just... I mean, I'm not saying that that's a bad move, but I'm just saying James Gunn is taking the axe to everything there at DC.
Yeah, they're restarting everything. Now, I'm going to bring some of that stuff up tonight, some of it. I want to save a lot of it for Monday's show because by then, there's going to be a ton more information that comes out. But I wanted to get more of the information on Avatar right now because it's a hot thing. So if you had to give this movie a rating in the Copa scale, what do you give it out of a 10?
5.
Jeez,
Hands
that's
down,
very
5.
mediocre. So do you see this movie making the same amount of money as the original?
I wouldn't be shocked just because
it's been 13
I was thinking
years.
about it, and I think we're at a point now where we're all desperate for that family values angle to be played out. That when something very mediocre comes around and actually taps into that family values, people are just going to eat it up. And then match that with some great visual effects and some decent action sequences. I think will it get to the levels that Avatar 1 is at? Probably not. Will it be in the top 5 blockbusters of all time? It might touch there.
Really?
Well, yeah.
So can I give a review from one of my coworkers who is a very outspoken liberal, like very liberal, who went and saw it today.
Sure.
Okay.
And she messaged me her review because she knew I was coming onto this tonight. She was so disappointed in it.
Yeah.
She's like, the visuals are amazing, right? Like they're just top-notch visuals, but she's like, I was expecting something better and it was just not good. And I was like, well, scale it 1 to 10 for me, right? Like ballpark. She said 2.5.
Jesus.
I can see that.
And I was like,
can see that.
damn.
So the visuals are basically now the thing is for 3 hours. It's about 3 hours and 10 minutes long. This movie.
Yeah.
So let me ask you
feel
this:
every moment of that plus.
if they cut it down 45 minutes,
it wouldn't matter.
it'd
It'd still be a boring mess because they have so many different plot lines that go nowhere. They bring back the villain from the first one. He's resurrected from the dead. You have no idea why.
Like, so they don't actually explain it. They just bring it back.
Absolutely not. It's just, hey, he's alive again, and now he has an avatar, so deal with it.
God.
So there's that. Jake Sully's son can talk to whales.
Yeah.
He can communicate with whales.
He's a whale whisperer.
Right. He's a whale whisperer, and he befriends a whale. How that happens, don't care. Who cares on that?
So things are just glossed over. And then let me ask you this. I know people were worried about the messaging in the movie, right? These days, Hollywood today, especially with James Cameron, take the father element out, the family dynamic. Environmentalists, messaging, whaling. I heard there's a lot of that.
Whaling. There is a lot.
Wait, there is whaling?
Yeah, they whale in there. They straight up. So remember in the first one they had unobtainium.
Yeah,
that was the thing that everybody was after through the tree. Well, you replace the tree with a whale and unobtainium with this whale sperm that comes out of the brain. And that is what right. And that's what
it de-ages people from what I understand.
De-ages people and slows down the aging process to where they're almost immortal. But once again, that plot point is glossed over as well. So you're sitting there going, well, wait a minute.
How
did we get here?
3-hour movie.
Right.
Spectacle.
It's totally a whole hour is devoted to his son befriending this whale.
Oh my God.
To the point where we know the whale's backstory.
What the
fuck? Right.
It's free. So it becomes Free Willy, basically.
Yeah,
seriously does. At one point, it becomes Free Willy for about 45 minutes, and then he uses his hair to tap into the whale's brain to figure out why he's like ostracized out of his whale camp or whatever.
Oh my God!
And you get the whale's backstory.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then at one point, the human colonizers, the Marine Corps, is trying to capture these whales, so they go whaling, and then they drill the whale sperm out of their brains.
I can't, because if it was the real Marines, they'd kill it, then take it out.
Right. Well, the whole point of the picture is that the villain from the first one is out to kill Jake Sully and his family for any means necessary. Right. And the sky people, or whatever they call them, the Marine Corps that comes from space, they're there to get this unobtainium whale sperm by any means necessary. Now, you would think that their mission would supersede this guy's revenge plot, but the whole movie is just him trying to find Jake and his family, because Jake and his family, they get out of the forest in the sky and they move down into the water. That's the whole plot. They're running away from the villain. And then most of the movie is this guy trying to find him. And it takes so long just to figure out that they're down there on the coast now. They're like in the Florida Keys.
So they're on the Florida Keys. So basically, did you say the first movie was actually better?
I'd say they're about dead even.
So you said 5 out of 10.
I would say each. I would say 5 out of 10 for each. Yeah.
My expectation is this movie right now. I've been hearing mixed stuff. I've been seeing people online going to movie theaters that are empty. Some are half full, depending on what the region. Some countries don't even have theaters like people in the theaters at all. So what were you gonna say, Meatball?
My liberal friend that went and saw it today, like they bought the tickets ahead of time, right? Like reserved seats or whatever. Showed up. She said there was less than 20 people in the theater.
Yeah, like for a major motion picture, this level, 13 years, people have been waiting for. Now I haven't been, but people have been waiting for this. Are we? I guess we'll find out more of the figures Sunday, and we'll talk about this Monday. But
I also saw a figure where they were saying that was projected to make over $500 million.
500 million worldwide, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and I went, wow, because with the first Avatar, I remember everybody going ape over it, and then about 6 months after it was released on Blu-ray, everybody turned on it. You couldn't find anybody who liked that movie anymore.
Nope.
You're like, hey, you remember Avatar? And they're going, Avatar, ugh. And it's the same person you went and saw it with, and they were cheering. So, I figured this one wasn't going to do as well as the first one.
Copa, let me ask this. As a person who's not a fan of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a whatever movie to me, but it was okay. It was very visually awesome, right? When I saw the first one. Should I, as a person who's not invested in it, go see the second one?
No.
Okay.
Wait
for it's on Disney Plus. Wait till you can get it. You know.
I would say this: if you were extremely bored and you wanted to get out of the house and you had 3 hours plus to kill, like mind you have to sit through the previews too, so 3.5 hours you're killing.
Right.
All right, maybe, but I wouldn't waste my.
It's not good enough to warrant me to go see the visuals on like the giant screen.
No.
You know what you could do.
Thank you for saving 3 hours of my life.
You know what you could do if you were bored? You could read this wonderful book by Mr. Copa Catania.
Wow.
What?
It has wonderful.
How come we didn't put this in the chat? I was trying to buy the book.
Amazon, baby.
I know.
By the way,
I looked on Amazon.
I'm finishing this book this weekend.
Tim, I'll text you the link.
Thank you. Don't give me the book. I'm going to buy it because
now
you
listen,
support Copa.
I don't blow smoke up people's asses. I'm very honest. It's a very good book. I like it. It's very fun. You're never bored reading this. It's a page turner. You got to see what's going on in the next page every time. And then now I'm getting closer to the end. I need more. It's coming. I know it's coming.
Copa,
I want to hear. Yeah, go ahead.
Look, I got to fill space until my next Jack Carr book. So we need like 2 or 3, this year.
Yeah, they're perfect fillers for the next Jack Carr book. He seems to put out like a Jack Carr book a year. I don't understand how
he's got a new one coming out in April, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
ready for it.
I listened to his podcast. He talked about it. He has a deal where he's putting one out every 10 months.
Wow.
And then he's starting another series of The Father, like a prequel series of The Father that he's going to put out every, 12 months?
Jack Carr's dad?
Yeah. Not Jack Carr's dad. Jack Reese.
Reese. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
And I will be reading it. So
me too.
Yeah. Copa's book is awesome. It's not long,
Thank you.
Which is not a bad thing. Everybody thinks it's a really.
I love those.
It's fantastic.
No, it's a novella. Yeah, it's a novella.
novella.
You know what? I only do audiobooks, but I will physically read this book.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Yeah, the audio version is going to come out as soon as the
only if you talk seductively.
Wait. Are you going to do the audiobook yourself?
No, I want a female to do it.
Can Cannoli do the southern female voice for it?
No, I don't want a southern ASMR session.
Come on.
No.
Give him a taste, Cannoli. Give him a taste.
He knows.
Oh, all right.
He got plenty on Monday.
No, it's a really good book. And if you want to, it's good because it is about a strong female character, but it's not.
You know what? Jana just said in the chat that Vex should read the book, and she would be great because she has a very good voice.
Yeah, and I just learned that she was going through
training,
voice training,
Yep.
voice acting training.
So in other words, I could sexually harass the audio.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
She'd probably allow that too. Just saying.
So
basically,
she's really gonna kill me. She's really going to kill me.
She's in Canada right now, but eventually, yes. So basically, consensus is: don't waste your time on this movie. It's garbage. Story's stupid. Visually, it's great, but it's not enough to carry through the whole 3 hours.
When it hits Disney Plus, when it hits Disney Plus and you have a Disney Plus subscription,
Right.
that's when you should check it out. But
Wow. Look at Vex's comment, Meatball.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh.
Sauce
Dirty girl.
everywhere.
So basically, he's going to light some. Remember that 40-year-old virgin when he's lighting the candles for that moment when he's by himself? That's going to be Meatball. He's going to light the candles and lay in bed with the audiobook on.
That's basically what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Why not Wichita?
Yeah. But you know, but back to Avatar 2.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You know, when I seen the first Avatar, and you know the story, when I saw Avatar twice, both times I was like, I don't see this movie making bank. And it started off slow. If anybody remembers, it was like, oh, okay, like Avatar's number one. And then it just kept building momentum till it became the number one movie of all time.
Yeah.
I could see it happening with this one too. I really can. There's nothing being released that's going up against it.
I was going to say, what is there's no Christmas stuff really that's
It's only going to make money because of fall break. It's because everybody's going to want to go see a movie, and that's what's out.
Right.
I mean, it's smart on the marketing side.
Yeah, and especially right now that we're getting out of COVID and stuff like that, there's not many productions that were in production in 2020 or early 2021 to compete with Avatar.
Well,
a lot of the production companies didn't even they were starting to write theaters off.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they were releasing things streaming. It's not until recently where they were proven that the theaters are still a money making.
Funny you mentioned that China thing, because do you realize that James Cameron worked with China to develop the camera technology for the underwater scenes. And ironically, this week, China just magically opened up some of their movie theaters because...
Wait a minute, though. They were all on lockdown, though. Are they lifting their COVID restrictions?
No, they lifted some restrictions just so people could see Avatar. Because Cameron supported China with the technology. Or they supported each other.
That's
China
convenient.
gave him the technology. That's convenient.
That makes sense.
That's convenient.
Mm-hmm. Next, Brittany Griner's going over to China. Watch. Just watch.
Wouldn't doubt it.
But yeah, there's environment. This movie would make. This is Greta Thunberg's wet dream. It's an environmentalist.
Oh God.
Anti-colonialist. How dare you?
How dare you?
Oh my God. Yeah.
God, she's so freaking. Well, I'm glad that we all talked you into tortured you for 3 hours and 10 minutes. I'm really sorry about that, Copa.
Well, if it wasn't going to be you guys, it was going to be myself. So
you do like to beat yourself, don't you?
I do.
I beat off myself.
Oh,
that's what
Jesus, what the hell just happened?
I just wanted dead silence after that.
I know, right? I was like, wait, what? Awkward silence.
That's when you need JT's sound machine, because then we could have just filled that space with
crickets.
Yep.
I agree with Vex Electronica here. I mean, we all know this, right? These people travel around the world in private jets and pollute more.
Think of all the oil that James Cameron uses for his little underwater submarines that he has.
Yep.
Yeah. They're all horse shit.
They're all hypocrites.
They have to save the whales. They have to save the whales.
Yeah, by running them over with their yachts.
Yeah. It's all double standard bullshit. We know that.
Sure.
So,
I mean, they cut up all the dolphins with their propellers as they run them over with their yachts, and then
that makes me sad.
Well, talk to DiCaprio, not me.
Yeah.
Yep.
That bastard. Guy makes good movies, but he's a fucking hypocrite.
He's a hypocrite. They all are.
Massive. Yeah.
It's just like Al Gore flying around in his private jet, and
then he makes a documentary
flying around in his private jet, and then makes documentaries about how we should all live.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Okay. Yeah.
Isn't that the number one rule of people in power, is to tell everybody else how to live their life?
Rules for thee, not for me. That's how it works.
Oh, look, we have a special. We know we've hit the big time when you have Tim's Talk in the chat. Tim's Talk's got an awesome channel. I was just watching his Avatar review actually today.
Okay.
That was another good one.
What did he have?
He does some. He basically had a similar sentiment that story was and there's a dog on the screen. I see the similarities.
Oh, look at the baby. That's a baby.
What's up, Teddy?
The meatball. There's spaghetti and meatballs right there.
God, That's the next Lady in the Tramp movie right there.
Right. Oh.
Oh yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, his
Ew.
basically his take was basically the same. Like the visually, it's the first thing everybody goes to when I'm hearing reviews in this movie,
Mhm.
and that's usually where it ends. Is that fantastic to look at, and that's it. Like it's really where it ends.
Yeah, honestly, I would say about a half an hour into it, I was already checking my watch, going, "How deep into this movie am I?" And then going, "Holy
Dang.
shit, I got 2.5 more hours to go."
That's pretty bad.
That's never
It's
good.
bad.
That's never good.
No,
Nope.
like I said in my tweet, I said the beginning of the movie, I was checking my watch to see what time it was and how much movie I had left. By the end of the movie, I was checking to see if I still had a pulse.
Yeah, that's a waste.
I remember. I mean, listen. If you like people who, I always say this: if people like the movie, they like the movie. I'm not. It is what it is. Like I'm not.
You know what? If you find enjoyment in that movie, you go to that movie theater and you find enjoyment in it. And
Live
you
your
look
life,
At me
you
and
know.
you say, Copa, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Hey, God bless. I'm glad you felt like you didn't waste your money on it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, from my perspective, there was no redeeming qualities to it except for two things. And that's not worth it to me.
No, and that's the thing. Like to spend the money for a family to go. I don't know. I just there's not many movies these days that I'm really like, oh my God, I have to see this. Now, of course, there's a few coming out soon. Like, of course, John Wick, I'm going to see probably in the movie theater because it's just a fun
for my
action
birthday.
Movie. Yeah.
And when is that? March? Is that March?
It's in March. And then the Mario Brothers movie, of course.
Mario Brothers.
Probably end up seeing that.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to 65. To be honest with you,
dude, Adam Driver. I gotta tell you something. I think you had a great tweet about this movie. So it's a movie called 65, right? It's with Adam Driver, and I don't know what's the concept of this because I watched a little bit of it this morning, and I rewatched it. But
someone hit me up and said, "Hey, this is kind of a remake of an old Italian film that was a B Italian film in the 70s." Basically, a spaceship gets hit by an asteroid, gets knocked off its trajectory, and crash lands on this planet where dinosaurs roam the earth, and he has to fight through them with his rifle, and somehow there's a little girl involved or something like that. I don't know. All I see is that this dude has to fight through dinosaurs with a rifle.
Yeah,
so I'm in.
It looks really good, and it had some good, interesting names attached to it. Again, something else we can bring up on Monday, but yeah, I think your tweet basically said it. Like, it looks just like a fun movie. Now, I don't know if there's any woke messaging in the movie. I don't know I really don't know. I know it's him.
It's a simple concept.
Yes, that's what it was.
With a simple plot, with a simple casting. It doesn't look woke. It's not attached to any IP that was already released.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a completely original thing. I said that before I knew that it was possibly a remake of this Italian film.
Still, I mean, you know,
those Italians don't know how to make anything, anyways.
No. Unless you're Enrico Morricone making spaghetti western soundtracks.
Yeah, if you're making that, or you're Sergio Leone making spaghetti westerns in Spain.
Spain. Yeah. No, I agree with you. It looks good. It was. It's a. I don't listen. Trailers sometimes are hit and miss. It actually grabbed me, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I see dinosaurs, like you said. I see him shooting at them with the right, and it's another father figure type leading a young person to safety.
Right.
And I like that dynamic of it.
What was interesting is it starts off with this like spaceship, and he's asleep, and he's chartering this crew, and it looks like they all die, and you kind of go, yeah, I've seen this story before. He crash lands on a planet, and you go, yeah, I've seen this story before. He's got to survive on this stupid fucking planet for an hour and a half. Then all of a sudden, dinosaurs show up, and he's starting to fire his rifle at them. And I'm like, okay, now we got something interesting going here. Yeah, I'm on board.
I thought the same thing. The first
dinosaurs.
The first 30 seconds of the trailer, I literally, because I saw you tweet it, and I was like, I got to see this. So I'm literally going, same thing. I'm like, God, it's like, this is the same old tired trope. Right. Survival, another planet. And then as it goes on, I was like, holy shit. And it does, it looks interesting. It does look interesting.
And it's the writing team from A Quiet Place is writing this and directing this too.
Right.
And I also said that, which was these two guys understand how to bring a simple concept to a mass audience and bring an enjoyment.
Make it suspenseful. Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah. It has a lot of good things going for it. It has Raimi producing it. It has them writing it and directing it. I look forward to it. So far, so good. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm cautiously optimistic about this one.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's definitely a movie that's on my radar, especially now. So I'm glad you brought that up to my attention online this morning. And as the dog, Spaghetti's barking.
Bro, he is lit right now.
He's pissed off about Avatar. Even he doesn't like it.
Like, get off of it.
That was another thing too.
That was great.
Speaking of animals, the amount of hissing in this fucking film of Avatar 2 is so awful.
Hissing,
They all hiss at each other when they're upset, or if they don't like what you're saying, or if they don't like the person or the villains in the scene, they hiss. They're constantly hissing.
Did they do that in the first movie? I don't remember. But are they still banging each other with their tails?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Actually, they don't have any sex scenes in this one, so thank God for that. But they do have a lot of. They have a lot of. I'm attaching my tail to this thing right now, and then I'm seeing its backstory.
Cool.
Like Sigourney Weaver's daughter is half Na'vi and half human in this, and she has special powers. How she has her special powers? Beats
don't
me.
know.
Don't know.
Cool.
Once again, not explored.
Yeah, no exploration and character development. It's just visuals.
Absolutely not.
Well,
how is that possible? It's 3 hours long.
No, it's seriously. He wrote beat for beat what he wanted to see, and then he just filled it in with visuals. So they make the same sound as liberal soccer moms with absolutely.
That's good.
Thank you, Cameron Vale, for dropping
That's all
into
they do is hiss. They fucking hiss everywhere.
Weird World Comedy is talking about Greta. What the fuck? Greta's
Thornburg.
Her boobs.
What?
He's been talking for like 5 minutes. He's been talking. How old is she?
She's over 18. You can talk about her tits.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Does she have an OnlyFans to save the whales?
Might as well.
Greta's tits are so small she's often mistaken for the fourth long lost of Hanson. Jesus!
Oh my God! The fact that you knew that song so quickly, Cannoli, very disturbing.
Everybody knows that song, right?
What song? What do
you know, I want to bring this up. Cameron Vale is talking about Vex Electrona. She baked some cookies on her snow day. I want to thank Vex Electrona for being a real woman and baking.
Oh, did she bake?
Are you trying to say something here?
Real women bake cookies. You bake cookies.
I know. Just saying.
You
just
make
making
food,
sure.
Yeah.
I bake you keto shit.
That's what I mean. She's being a true woman.
I'm making you a keto cheesecake, pumpkin cheesecake for Christmas.
See, Wookie B Bad is a metalhead, and he knew that song. Who doesn't know that Hanson song?
Yeah, I know. It's true. It's true. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that as a knock to women. That's just, she bakes. So
well, I just didn't know where you were going with that. Why it was necessary for you to say that only real women bake cookies.
Well, real women cook and make food for their, just in general, right?
Dig in that hole, babe. Dig in the hole.
Wow.
God,
I'm gonna buy you some flowers for your funeral.
Yeah, soon. It'll be happening soon. All right, so
no, you already tried to do that.
Yeah, there she goes. See, she says go after. Yeah, there you go. Oh, don't worry. That keto baking is a effing pain. Yeah, keto baking is a bitch because the sugar.
What exactly is keto baking?
So like keto is basically where you have to use like alternative sugar products, like we use Swerve or monk fruit or something like that, and you have to make sure, like for instance, when you make like a pie, and the crust can either be what do they call it? It's made out of like mozzarella cheese and cream cheese and a little like almond flour. But I found pre-made crusts at the store that are made out of pecans or walnuts. So it's low carb, almost no sugar, but you try to make sure there's a lot of flavor. So it can be challenging, and you have to keep the net carbs down quite a bit.
And you don't feel like you're having a diabetic coma after you're done eating the food.
Right.
Either.
That's the best part.
Yeah. We've
The
learned a
down-
lot over the last 2 years.
It's like coming down off a heroin trip when you.
Yeah, man.
It's just.
It's like you're drunk and you didn't even drink anything.
By the way,
Right.
I have to thank Copa real quick on helping me get to a ridiculous milestone today. All was hitting my viewing hours because
Congratulations,
of
buddy.
our review. No, thank you, but I couldn't do it without the people on my streams because that's mostly what I do. So I will thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I don't care about you. I don't care for shit.
You know
about
what?
you.
I think it's the dance that we did.
It was the dance.
I would
That's what
play it,
got
but I
me
got
watching.
I
And I was on
got
the
hit.
show.
I got hit
watch
for
this again.
I got hit for that dance on. I got a copyright claim on that the second time I played it.
Are you serious?
I had to
That's
I had to take the audio out of it.
How long did you have the clip go for?
It was for 8 seconds.
And that's what you're allowed.
Yeah.
So they told me
Weird.
you could keep the visual, but you have to drop the audio, and that's what I did. And they dropped it within 10 minutes.
I have the same song in my review, and it lasted 7 seconds. And
Yeah.
the first time I uploaded it, it was longer, and the
Right.
copyright struck me.
Yeah.
As I was uploading it.
Yeah.
So I had to shorten it to 7.
It didn't ruin the context of what of the
No.
the clip we were doing. It works still works. But I just wanted to say thank you for that lovely stream and helping
Yeah, man,
me out.
you're going to
there.
hit 4,000 like
tomorrow.
2 hours ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like 30 away, and that's a freaking crazy milestone. And then the subscriber numbers have gone up, and again, couldn't do it without the people listening. And then, of course, these lovely people on the stream, and then my Monday crew, and then my Friday crew. You guys are all awesome. So
Thank you.
I won't forget you when I never become a millionaire.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I get
I'll
to
be sure
quit
to
working.
donate to you.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Copa, your last movie review was awesome. What's the next one going to be?
Avatar 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit, that's right. Duh.
yeah.
Okay.
Duh.
I can't wait. That's
all right.
going to
It
get
was-
you a lot of views.
It was going to be Fat Man because I talked about it a lot on Violent Night, but
Right.
yeah, I'm going to switch it up here and do Avatar 2.
No, you got to do Avatar. You got to strike while the iron's hot, man.
Yeah,
Get
man.
those
I mean, I
views.
got so many notes here that we didn't even touch on yet, and it's just it's incredible. And I just feel really bad. Just to reiterate, I really hope we're not. I feel like we're in a spot now in this country where a mediocre movie about family values is what's going to bring home the bacon.
Actually bring the yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I could see that happening.
But if this is what starts bringing family values back into the films, fine,
Fine.
so be it. I hope it breaks all the box office records, and everybody starts following suit. Because
Yeah,
final,
I guess it's better than nothing, right? It's better than
Oh, yeah.
not having. So I mean, there's a shitstorm happening with the media
So it's
right
like-
now, and
it's
so
like you don't have any woke LGBT messaging in this, so you
Yeah.
can take that for what it's worth. But you have woke environmentalism. But I'd rather take the family values with the woke environmentalism than anything
Yeah.
else, for sure.
well,
Because I think the American public is just they're thirsty for it. They're thirsty to recognize themselves again.
oh, 100%, 100%, and
You
we're
definitely as a family man, like I'm sure you, Cannoli and Mrs. Cannoli and Filipino Meatball, you'll see yourself in the lead characters trying to survive and keep their
That too.
family intact.
right.
Is he
Oh, yeah.
ridiculously tall and good looking? Because then I would immediately.
Well, you
I
look
mean, he
like
looks
you look like a cat.
I mean, he's tall and blue. I mean, unless you
Wow.
want to look like a freaking a jacked up Smurf, then I think
I
I'd rather
still have
take
that
you.
blue hair.
yeah,
That's
that's exactly
true.
what it is.
You do.
Well, I put Copa's YouTube channel in the chat here, so you can subscribe to his channel. I think he's up to 314 subscribers now. You're killing it, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing well.
And I'm
He's
about to hit that 4,000 as well.
Good job.
Yeah.
Soon.
So, well, you deserve it
Thank
because you're, and your reviews are awesome. Check out his reviews because they're really thorough. They're good. They're descriptive. He basically is the critical drinker part deuce.
Jeez.
Mhm.
Wow. I am not going to take that, but thank you.
Hey, got to set those standards high, buddy.
Well, that's a high bar. But thank you. I try
no,
every
it's
day.
awesome. I thank you for coming on the show, man. I know you had a
Hey, man.
limited time, but that actually helps a lot getting that information out there. I know, like I said, Monday we got a lot to talk about in general. I'm going to bring some of that stuff up here, but I know you got to bounce probably, right? So
Yeah.
go take care of your pregnant wife. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Love you, dude. And go
All
have a
right.
great weekend. I'll be chatting with you. Okay, buddy?
All right,
Bye.
guys. You have a good show. Thank you.
See you, sir. The Copa, Mr. Copa. Okay, that was great getting that review because now it just reiterated everything I just don't want to see this movie. I don't care about this movie.
I
But
was really gonna spend the money to go see it because I'm like, it's got to be amazing. I got to see it in theaters. But
I mean, to me, if you
It's not
got to
that
go, from what I understand, you got to see it IMAX. You got to see it in 3D, and it's like, how much are you spending at that point? Taking your whole
Bro,
family?
I can't watch in 3D because I get a headache every time.
I do too. I don't
No,
like
that's
it.
just your reflection. That's not 3D.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why my pants get tight. That makes sense.
I mean, they make me tight. Vex Electronic
Cannoli.
wants to know where Whiskey Banger is. Whiskey Banger is taking care of his pregnant wife. She she was having
Well,
some
she may or may not be going into labor. She was experiencing some labor symptoms,
cramps.
so they're going to have it evaluated, and it's either a
Go
false
from there.
alarm or we're going to have a baby.
Look,
Yeah.
the due date is my birthday,
Which
Yeah.
is what
Next week,
again?
by the way.
the
Next week.
20th.
Right.
Oh,
She
soon,
needs
yeah.
to keep it in for until my birthday so we can have twinning birthdays.
I know. I agree with you.
Wow. Hey, Copa
I
has
agree
one
with you.
last. Copa had one last thing to say about the movie. It's the most expensive, forgettable film of all time. This is Avatar 2.
Wait,
sense.
is it worse than Waterworld as far as
Oh.
money versus value?
Yeah, because I would say so. Because this has, I mean, Waterworld was pretty hyped though.
They spent
was
a
pretty
bunch
high.
of money on that movie.
Yeah, but for that time period, Waterworld
Yeah.
was ridiculous. I remember. I think it was. What was Waterworld like? In the 250 millions or
I was
200
like
million? Something.
60, if I remember
Yeah, for
right.
that time, it was a lot. It was
Yeah.
yeah. So check out Copa at Copa Catania. You can check him out on Twitter at Copa Catania on YouTube. It's YouTube/ at Copa Catania. Awesome reviews. I can't wait to see that.
Miss Cannoli,
Yeah.
what are you drinking tonight?
Oh,
Well,
well, I
Truly's.
wanted to tell you, I'm glad that you brought that up because I did see ranch water when I went to the store.
I tried to
However,
angle it.
I didn't
segue.
I didn't like the flavors that it offered.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
trying
She says that about
I'm
me,
trying
too.
a new type of Truly's. It's the Truly vodka seltzers.
Ooh.
Wait. So there's 4 different flavors, and I liked all 4 of
Wow,
them,
weird world.
so I thought I would try them. But ranch,
That makes a lot of sense now why I get headaches.
Weird
Me
world.
too.
That does make a lot of sense.
so anyway, Meatball, I looked
Yes.
at it because I was interested, but the flavors just didn't catch me. So do they only have the 4 flavors?
They only have the 4.
Oh, yeah, I might. It just didn't grab me. So, my shelf is on fire. Oh,
Yeah.
well.
What I would recommend
Tis
then,
the
if they
season,
didn't, if you go
Yeah.
to Fry's, you can do the build your own 6-pack.
Oh,
And
I'll
it's-
do that.
It's in the build your own 6-pack part, so you can like throw one in there.
See,
try it
there
out.
was one flavor I liked better than the others, so I'll do that. I'd like to try it though, so I'll do that. I was at Walmart, you know.
I got kicked out of Walmart last time I went.
Yeah, we know.
You want to tell us why?
I was trying to buy all the Prime drinks and then resell them in the parking lot for $1 more.
All the what drinks?
What are you talking? What? That's not
They're
what
Prime. The name of the drink is Prime. It's
Okay.
owned by like KSI and Logan Paul.
Okay.
Like all the like high school kids and middle school kids like are all about it because the YouTube fame people, right? So
The
like
YouTubes.
they're hard to find. Well, I bought every last one of them and then stood out in front of Walmart like I was a.
Are you
cook, like,
serious?
for Girl Scout? Yeah, hell yeah, I was.
I
Bro,
didn't. I thought
I
you made
made
good
like-
money.
It's a
Oh,
sport.
dude, it's ripping off children. I will show up and do it for
I'm hearing
free.
it-
But then when you
it's
can
a
get it
sport-
for
it's a
you get
sport-
paid for it, I'll do it all day.
It's a sports drink.
It is. Yes. It's like a
That's what,
Gatorade.
that's what my boss's son wants it for Christmas. Oh, wait, she wants the drink, Vex, or he wants? Never mind.
Yeah. It's so hard to find. I literally
Oh.
I had a day off, like when that week that I had like
Uh-huh.
every day off for a week, like legitimately spent a day going to like 4 or 5 to try to find them and got like 8.
Wookie Beard, or Wookie be bad.
Wookie be
Sorry,
bad.
I said that
Oh,
wrong.
boy.
I do have my mother-in-law buys me a huge bottle of the Costco vodka every year for Christmas. And I do
It's the same as Grey Goose. It's the same.
I know, but he's saying just drink vodka. It's keto friendly. And he's right. And I do. But sometimes I get lazy and I don't want to mix my own drinks. But yes, I do have a huge bottle of vodka.
Cannoli, start
keto.
mixing some drinks. Goddamn.
Listen,
He
I had liver
does.
issues
He
a while
doesn't
ago.
drink.
I
He
make
doesn't drink.
Mrs. Meatball fresh coffee, like fresh ground coffee, every single morning. And you're over here not even making her like a cocktail at the end of the night.
Why don't you tell Meatball what I do for the coffee? What do you have to do in the morning?
Nothing. I just turned the fucking coffee pot on in 10 minutes. I have
Because
coffee.
I already put it all
She's-
ready for him, and he just has to push the
look how
button.
nice you are. Like I get up in the morning, go downstairs, grind the coffee, make the single cup. That's what we have, the single cup ones. Mix it all up for her, so that when she's ready to leave, all she's doing is grabbing a cup and going out the door.
That's what I used to do when Cannoli actually worked outside of the house. I would make him his iced coffee. No, we're doing hot coffee now. So during the work days, I make a pot of coffee. I make mine. I take it to work, and I leave the pot on. But when it was iced coffee season, I made him his iced coffee and left it in the fridge for him.
See, the wife bounces back and forth between hot and iced coffee. So like,
Yeah.
whatever she wants, I'll make. I have the
You just make
machine to
it,
make
yeah.
both of them. Yeah, I got the Ninja machine. Amazing. I got it for her for an anniversary gift, and she was like, "I really want this." I was like, "I mean, okay."
You're looking like
yeah.
shit over there, Cannoli.
Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
AOC released a documentary and it made like $10,000 total.
I had no idea.
So she's complete trash.
It was on her Green New Deal.
Yeah, Green New Deal, and it bombed because nobody cares. That's why.
I'm pretty sure
She's
it's
so
misogynistic.
boring.
I wanted to, nah, dude. So Weird World Comedy actually improved his camera setup.
Yeah,
We
it
got a
looked
new-
really good. We were watching some
audio.
stuff.
Get your goddamn internet fixed so I can come on to your stream.
Stop
Also-
bossing people around.
No, I want this guy. I gotta have.
Wait,
this
is
guy
he really talking about internet? That's the guy that's talking about getting better internet?
Yeah, he lives he lives in the middle of the fucking woods and has like the worst internet ever. But his videos are great. He's a very interesting dude. He's great for YouTube. He's much needed on the platform. He's very knowledgeable. He does videos, but he can't live stream too well. But he's supposedly fixing that. So I want to help the guy out. So I'm trying to blast out his YouTube channel. I retweet him as much as I can. The guy's hilarious. But I want to have him on the show eventually one day, and I want to be on his show. If you get your internet fixed tomorrow, let me know. Maybe I'll jump on with you for a few minutes.
What if he
Maybe.
doesn't want you to come on? You're just inviting yourself.
Facts.
Good.
Not everybody likes you, sir.
How do you think I got on this show? You just forced your way on.
Her documentary was $80 per screen, and it only made $10,000.
No, it only made $80 per screen. That it was, yeah.
What does that mean?
It means that it did shitty. That's what
like,
it means.
Every time they showed it, it only made $80.
Oh, I get it now.
So think about it, if tickets are $15 a pop, right? That's
right.
Like not even 5-6 tickets.
She's a loser. That's funny.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's the greatest. You want to talk about the greatest con artist of all time? How far she's gotten with no talent.
I love the fact that one guy was like, "My big booty Latina."
Oh,
and,
Alex Stein, yeah.
And her husband just kept walking, didn't say nothing.
Yeah, you gotta hold somebody hostage for better internet. You gotta just fucking get Elon Musk to your house to give you Starlink, and that's it. We need you in this world. Weird world.
Threats only go so far. At what point you're just gonna have to start swallowing.
I mean, you live in the middle of the woods. Nobody's gonna find out.
Right. I'm just saying, like, pay for play is a real thing.
Yeah, listen. It is what it is. Yeah, so there was a lot of shit. And so I'm glad I got the Avatar 2 review. We have a list of like Christmas movies that we're going to go through real quick here.
Oh, we're actually going to go through a list this time? Amazing.
We're going to try, but I had to
Yeah.
I had to bring up just some brief information, and I don't even know if Filipino
Brief.
people
We've been
know.
on for 58 minutes. What's brief?
No, but the stuff with Henry Cavill that happened with this, I know not everybody's into the whole Superman DC thing. This poor man was done.
I
dirty
am.
by-
I think he got hosed.
he got the
He got
shaft.
shafted, bro.
He got the shaft. So this poor guy.
I'm
gets
not even a
told-
DC fan, and he got shafted.
He got screwed. Then there was this information that came out real quick. And we're going to talk more about this Monday on our other show, but look at this. This was very interesting to me. And this news came out that Cavill and Godot's cameos from the Flash movie coming out are cut. They're gone. They're not even going to be in the movie anymore. This is what this whole thing with DC and James Gunn, what they're doing is starting from scratch. And I mean literally starting from scratch. You are not going to see Gal Gadot, I don't think, as Wonder Woman again. You're not going to see Henry Cavill as Superman. I think Aquaman's done. Momoa is going to be done after his next movie. I think who's the idiot that plays the Flash, the lunatic? Everybody in the chat, what's
I
the
watch good things.
Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller.
He's
done.
a pedophile.
Ezra. Wow.
Ezra Miller's
Ezra-
a pedophile?
Well, he likes to do things with you. He's insane. He
What?
Yeah,
likes to
there's a
Hold on,
lot
kidnap-
of
What?
kidnap underage girls and take them into farms, and
hold them
he got in trouble.
hostage.
He got into a lot of trouble this last summer, and really, so basically,
Question: can we role play this like me and Vex? Just throwing ideas out here.
I think she'd probably
Cannoli
maybe not
Productions in the future.
Cannoli Productions. Only if you dress up as a furry.
Bro, you act like I don't already have it.
Yeah, Wookie be bad.
He
Right?
already
It's like
told
2
you.
hours to explain. Yeah, Ezra Miller kidnapped and did this to a child, literally.
It's true.
And he kept his
What
job,
the-
and he's still going to be in the movie. I think the problem is Warner Brothers spent so much money on this movie they can't. There's a lot of things going on. This situation here, this news came to light about. So I basically what James Gunn is doing is he's coming into DC and he's starting over. I mean completely over. And Vex had a great point about this. They're trying to save money. Warner Brothers is losing. I think if I'm not, tell me in the chat if I'm right. It's $1 billion a month they're losing.
What?
Yeah, they're hemorrhaging. I mean, literally hemorrhaging money. They are going broke. So
you
they
know
had,
what? Vex's comment is very true. If you want to put that up,
you know what's sad? Warner Brothers.
She's so right.
They did. They kept Miller and they kept Amber Heard, but ditched everyone else. So they kept the groomer. They kept the
Bullshit.
and they ditched all the good people.
Yep.
I mean, Henry Cavill is one of the good guys. This guy lost his Witcher gig. I feel bad for this guy. He lost his Witcher gig because
he didn't lose it. He just didn't want to go in their direction because it was shit.
Because they wouldn't stick to the goddamn source material.
Nope.
They didn't like it, so he said, "No, I'm not doing it." He backs out. Then in October,
Good for him.
He's told by the old Warner Brothers regime, "You can be Superman. Come back, announce it." They had no plan. They had no movie in the works. They just told him that they did, and then a couple of months later, James Gunn comes in and goes, "Nah, we're good. We're going to start over. We're going to go with a teenage Superman. So he's going to be
get over it.
100-pound weakling boy who's trying to find himself."
Who the hell are they going to cast for that? He is the best Superman we've had.
I swear to
Can
God.
I ask you a question?
Yes.
And this is, we all know that I'm not a huge movie person, but
That's all right.
what is James Gunn famous for to where he can come into like Warner Brothers?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
He did Guardians of the Galaxy. He did the Suicide Squad. Like
Suicide Squad was shit. I don't know why he's
Suicide
getting.
Squad is garbage.
I did not like
thank you.
the Suicide Squad. I don't think he's a good guy to run a movie studio. I don't like his quirky humor, that typical Marvel shit. I don't want that in a movie that for
You know
DC
what?
Universe.
Did you? I was listening to another radio show last week, and they were talking about how James Gunn has, when he writes a movie or something, he does something with a mystery box. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, we talked about that actually in our last show about the mystery box.
Maybe that's where I heard it.
I hate. So this was the good news today. This was the good news is that Henry Cavill is doing. So Henry Cavill's wife, I believe, is
he's not married, dude.
His girlfriend is like runs the production studio for this. So here's the good news. Now this is a popular video game franchise, like massively popular. I didn't play the games, but it's popular. So basically, what happened is that his girlfriend's production company, if I read this correctly, basically owns the rights to the actual show, which means they have full creative control. Him and Henry Cavill's a producer on this. This is a lifelong dream of his. He's a gamer, so this is a popular franchise for gaming.
Yeah.
So they go to Amazon, and Amazon. So he goes, Netflix, you want to fuck with me? Screw you. Warner Brothers, screw you. I'm going to bounce back and do my own thing. I am going to control the means of production. So he's controlling this with his girlfriend.
He's going straight to Amazon.
He's going to Amazon, but here's the good news. Now, Amazon's got some horrible shit, Lord of the Rings and all this, but they do other shows like The Terminalist and what's the one you watched, Meatball? Jack Ryan. No, the other one, Reacher, right? They have like decent shows. So from what I learned,
I will say, from my understanding, listening to Jack Hart's podcast, Amazon is very hands off. They're like, you want whatever you want to do, you do your thing.
For their show,
If you want to be far left, be far left. You want to be far right, be far right.
I think it's because they have more. Their showrunners have more creative control. Where Amazon's just a distributor. They're just there to put the content out. Now, Lord of the Rings and the Wheel of Time and all this shit, Amazon owns that product. They're the ones who control. That's why it sucks. That's why it's woke. This I have some faith in. I love Henry Cavill. I think he's a good dude. I think he's genuine. He loves what he loves.
I will say he's very nice to look at.
He's a good-looking dude. Women love him. Guys like him because they want to be like him.
The thing about him, like the guys want to be him. It's because he's a down-to-earth dude that jacked out of his mind.
And he loves dogs. He has his dog. He's an animal lover.
It's like Ryan Reynolds, right? He's a jacked up, thicker Ryan Reynolds. It's like he's a cool
love Ryan Reynolds.
But he's also a cool person.
He's a cool person. And I like what Vex is saying here. And this is true. Like, he was perfect for The Witcher. I didn't think he was going to make a good Witcher. Loved him in the show. Unfortunately, the writers are stupid. Superman, this dude was born to play Superman. He's got the build. He's got the physique. He's got the charisma.
He's got the little hair curl.
When they did that, they screwed him.
This is what I want to know. Who's better fit for the role? Is it Henry for Superman or me for Sakura's backup dancer?
You for the backup dancer. Absolutely.
Backup dancer by far.
Hips don't lie, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah. So
no, they don't. We've seen it.
Vex is good. Yeah, it's a popular video game franchise. Like I said, I don't play it, but I know it's popular. I see it all over the place. So, wow. Really?
Dang,
yeah, I know it's very popular. So for him to get the adaptation, I have a lot of faith. I'll watch it to support him.
Does that mean you're going to try to play this game, Cannoli?
I don't know if I'll play the game, but I'll check it out. I'll look more into it. I would flat out leave my husband for him. Wow.
I can't disagree, Vex. I can't disagree.
Here's the question, Vex. If I
here we go.
If I had Henry smell the rag and put him in the basement, would you then now voluntarily go to the basement?
You're fucking crazy, Meatball. Jeez.
Jesus Christ. He likes putting chloroform on rags. I don't know what the hell's going on.
He could be almost. Look, he plays his cards right. He could be almost widowed.
Oh, this one's good.
Tell me that man ain't a slice. Yeah, listen, it's okay.
He's a big slice. So
he's it's the same thing as what was her name? Scarlett Johansson came out just this week and said that she was casted as a bombshell, and that she looks back at her career and wishes that she wasn't a sex object. I'm like, well, thank you for being.
Get the fuck out of here!
Give the money back. Give the money back. Give the money back.
I congratulated her for getting for all the lovely vision. It's like, come on, now you can say that when you're a millionaire.
Wait, everyone thought Scarlett Johansson was hot.
Most men.
I don't see it. Sorry.
I don't see it. Yeah, I'm not.
Nope.
Is she attractive? Sure. Is she hot?
Do you remember though? She was the original Mrs. Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and he upgraded to Blake Lively.
Blake Lively is much better.
He went from Alanis Morissette. Listen, he went from Alanis Morissette to Scarlett Johansson.
But he's just upgrading every time.
Wait.
Blake Lively is super hot.
And
he went.
she's super nice.
Blake Lively's very attractive. Yes.
Very attractive. Yep. Very
Wait,
pretty.
hold on. Meatball has thought this through. What skeletons you got in the closet? You don't want to know. Let's bury some hotties to get. Wow.
Here's the thing, Vex. If you bury the bodies, that means they can find them.
Not.
They always find buried bodies. Sorry.
Right.
We have a lot of holes.
All you
got to
do. Look, we're not trying to put anyone in the desert. We're just trying to keep them alive enough in the basement.
Wait, what the fuck?
These tits are feeling a little low. Seriously, I guess it's the first.
Jesus Christ! I love this man. Oh my God! I would smash Blake Lively any day of the week. Would also leave my husband for her. Well, I mean, she is attractive.
She's beautiful. And you know what? I have to say, she seems pretty freaking cool too. Like, I don't know. She just seems pretty down to earth. Same with Ryan Reynolds. I don't know. I like him. I'm a big fan.
Have you ever seen them in interviews? They're hysterical together.
The way that they troll each other on social media is everything. Everything.
Wait, White Bear says ScarJo looks pissed off and halfway high all the time. I don't
Yes,
care one
he's
bit
right.
about that kind of look. I dated enough. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, no,
He's absolutely
when she was
right.
younger, I kind of went off that train a while.
Well,
back.
no, you've always thought she was pretty.
I thought she was cute when she was younger.
Is she attractive? Yes, she is an attractive woman. She's not hot though.
No, she's not sexy hot. She's pretty.
Right.
Yeah.
The only movie I thought she looked the best was the first Avengers movie, and that was it.
It's like Celine Dion. Is she attractive? Sure. She hot? No.
I'm sorry.
Agreed.
What did you just say?
Agreed. No,
Celine
he's right.
Dion.
You're right. He's
Celine
pretty.
Dion is
Celine Dion, like younger Celine Dion, is very attractive. She had that perfect like hourglass shape. She's very traditional beauty features to her, but she's not hot.
You're my new best friend, Meatball.
Are you drunk?
Did we just become best friends?
Look, I am very much into the face symmetry things that make people attractive, right? So you can be, her face is very symmetrical.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
so
you're right.
She's very attractive. Does that make her hot? No.
She's not hot. Like you wouldn't say, "Oh, Celine Dion is sexy." She's pretty. There's a difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Classically beautiful.
Hold on.
Yes,
the White Bear wants
you.
more meatball action too. Apparently, you're a fan favorite, Philippine.
Yes,
meatball.
you are. My daughter loves you. She hates her parents, but loves you.
I am not catching a charge.
Jesus Christ!
I will not respond to that.
Oh my God! Fucking weird world. You.
Wow.
Will your heart go on though?
No, I was gonna say, like, if you're banging her out, do you demand that she sings like
you have to sing the
every
song?
time?
Now, Weird World. If I come onto your show, you got to sing Celine Dion. You got to sing that song from Titanic. Now you have to.
Yo, did you see that there's a freaking Whitney Houston movie coming out?
I actually want to see it. I'm kind of interested.
What is it called? What is it called? Crackdown?
Do you know that when Whitney Houston passed away, I put a thing on my Facebook status that was like, I'm so sad to hear that Whitney Houston passed away. 500% decrease in sales of cocaine in her neighborhood.
Jesus.
And I got yelled at by people. I'm like, it's a joke.
Did you hear Bobby
People
Brown?
don't.
She's a crackhead.
You think Bobby Brown sang that song at her funeral? Every little step I take, she will be there.
Do you think he was conscious at her funeral?
No, he was high as fuck at her.
Bro.
Oh, that dude was lit.
I remember like seeing the picture. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you on?
Lambert, are you feeling okay, Lambert? What kind of Christmas songs are you singing though? I can't do Christmas songs, man.
Dominic the Donkey, the greatest.
Oh
Christmas
my
song
God,
there is.
that's our favorite. That's a classic.
Short story about Dominic the Donkey, right?
Please.
So, remember when I told you the story about the Christmas shopping, right?
Yes.
And my sister-in-law was pregnant, right?
Right.
The name that they had picked out was Dominic for him. And every time they bring it up, I start singing Dominic the Donkey.
Dominic the Donkey.
And now the child's name is Lucas. Because I ruined it by singing Dominic the Donkey every single time. They're like, we can't name him Dominic now because that's what we're gonna remember.
His
forever.
name was gonna be Dominic?
It was gonna be They were like putting embroidery on stuff. Right?
Is this
like,
true about Celine Dion's baby clothing?
Wait. No, I think he's misunderstood.
Fucking Canadians. Sorry,
Wait.
Vex.
Let me clarify.
Go ahead.
Poor Vex.
There is a Celine clothing brand that is not
Yes.
attached to Celine Dion. There's two separate. So Jacob might be referring to the clothing line that is just Celine.
Ah.
But Celine Dion does make like purses, but she doesn't get
This
a
is one of my
job.
favorite Christmas songs.
Money don't grow on trees. All right.
That's a good Christmas. That's the version of Little Drummer Boy. That's the new version. The
Hey,
2022 version.
Cannoli, I have an idea that I was kind of pitching today to Mrs. Meatball.
Yes.
I would like a battle royale of who's the more influential artist and have Mrs. Cannoli defend Celine Dion while
Over.
Mrs. Meatball defends Selena.
Celine versus Selena.
Yeah.
Who's more influential?
Oh yeah.
I think it depends on the community that you ask, because in the Spanish community, Selena is huge. And that's a hard one.
Dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tonight.
Yes.
Cause there's nowhere in the world.
I was saying like, yo, this would be a heated debate.
Oh,
'cause-
Vex, you make Mrs. Cannoli
Vex
Fast
is
Buck
my
very happy.
bitch. Thank you, Vex. Here's the thing.
I agree. Celine
But
Dion
I know what he's saying, though. I know what
is
he's saying, though.
world-known, national, like maybe top
Now-
5, top 7 all-time female artists, right?
Sure.
But the cult following that Selena's has
Oh,
I
it's
agree.
ridiculous, dude.
is what would make that conversation.
Let me
really
ask you something. If Selena was still alive, do you feel like she would be in the top?
Oh, she'd be big.
No.
You don't,
I don't think so either.
She would have been bigger.
No, I
than she
think
would have been.
I think she'd die out.
I think she would be. I don't think she would be as mainstream accepted as like Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, anything like
Right.
that. Like she would have never been Cher. Everyone's like, oh, she would have been the Mexican.
That's
Cher.
true.
Good
Well,
point.
keep Celine. I
No,
was going
she
to say
wouldn't.
Celine is still alive for now, but
What?
Oh my God, Vex! What the
Wow.
She's probably
She
not
wonder.
lying.
is that a compliment?
Hey,
Hey, strap it
this is
on.
Vex. Hey, are you
Um,
doing the A, like
oh.
Canadian A?
Oh, I was gonna bring it up something to Cannoli later on about you and OnlyFans. I had a
Go right
conversation,
ahead.
So,
Now's
I had
a
some-
great time.
I may or may not have talked to some people that I work with that actually have OnlyFans, and I was like, random thought: if I had a friend that was trying to start an OnlyFans, like now that you've been doing it for a while, like what would your suggestion be, right? Like don't do this, but do this, right?
Right.
And the 3 big things that they had was you have to treat it like a job, right? Like it's not a hobby, it's a job. So like dedicate time to do it. 2, the moment you go full nude on your thing, it's over. People get what they want. You're gonna
You're
drop
done.
subscribers immediately.
So what I have
right?
to do is stuff like this.
Right, like that, right.
Jesus.
And then the third one is you either have to be all pay-per-view, right? Like you'll do tease pictures, and then when you decide to go the full new one,
Jesus.
you have to do full pay-per-view, or you do DM only request. So like,
Where I send you a naked DM.
right.
that you
So like
paid
they
me.
were saying, okay, you're gonna pay $10 a month for all the pictures and all the whatever I'm gonna do, right? But then if you want something special, a little bit more risque, blah blah blah, whatever, like customs, it's $10 in my DMs and it's only to you.
I like that idea.
So
Might have to work
Trying
this
to-
out. Selena was influential but even now she's a bit forgettable. Just like we can recognize. Selena was a worldwide star. My brownies overseeing her without even having been west.
You know what's interesting though? It's like Celine Dion had a residency in Vegas. She was the first one to start that, and I was lucky enough to see it twice. And
By the way, bye, Love It Lyrical. Thank you for dropping by and have a wonderful evening.
did you tell me if I'm wrong?
you're wrong.
No one would remember Selena if she didn't die.
I agree. I agree. I think it's because the way she died and
Mhm.
how it happened is the only reason. I don't even think she was that big when she died. I think she was on her way, but I don't know how far
Right.
she would have ever gotten.
Right.
Because she has a pretty
no one knows
voice,
where the
but
peak went.
right,
She wasn't
right.
pretty. She wasn't beautiful, right? She wasn't an amazing
Well-
dancer or anything crazy, but she had an amazing voice.
And I'm dreaming. Oh look, Vex confessed her love for you, Miss Sasquatch.
I love my Vex.
Oh, Left Eye Ego's in the chat. What up, my man? Left Eye, what's up, buddy? Thanks.
You
for
know
dropping
what?
in, homie.
Left Eye is right. I would do feet pictures, but I have to go get a pedicure regularly. My feet look really good after a pedicure.
Hey, just know that's a part of a business expense.
I know.
Ooh,
Oh,
tax
that's true.
write-offs.
You're right.
Tax
You're right.
write-off. By the
I'm
way,
trying to figure out how to not work full
but-
time.
By the way, do you know what the top three? I looked
This
this
is
up. Top 3 fetishes on OnlyFans:
What?
pics.
feet pics,
Okay.
stepmom
Yep.
picture
Yeah, I'm not
themed
surprised.
or whatever,
Yep.
and used panties. Those are the
Use
top 3.
panties?
Yeah.
How salty.
Can I
Yes.
ask you? Can I ask you guys a question as just men, not married men, but as just horny?
Well, there's no men
douchebags?
here, but we'll answer your question anyway.
Let me
I'm
ask
watching
you
a
something.
TV show, the fake one.
What is the fantasy, or what is the? Do you get aroused from smelling women's panties? Like to me, I don't understand because. Oh, this is too much information. I don't understand because I don't like if I don't smell fresh. I think it's gross. How can men enjoy that? I
Interesting.
don't understand. Like, for instance,
I
don't
have two
most
answers
women
to
want to
that.
be clean before they participate in certain activities? But some men I've heard like
Well, Vex says
gross,
You could sell feet
like
pics without
sweaty.
pads.
That's
Like,
true. I know. She's
Okay,
right.
so this is just my thought process on this.
Okay.
I don't know if it's necessarily the smell as well as far as it's the
Well, Vex says it
it's
here.
wet
It's just-
panties, right?
Well,
Like
hold
Something
on.
that-
that's
She says it's just the dirtiness of it. Like, just
yes,
the,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. All right. That makes sense. I mean,
I mean, listen, all
all I know is when I'm doing the laundry and Greg's Cannoli's boxers are in there, I'm like putting them in the washer. I'm not sniffing them.
Maybe you
Look,
should.
I will say this.
Jacob.
I do not at any point in time judge anybody's kinks, right? That they
Right.
have. Because
some
whatever
people like it.
Right. When you're
Ooh.
behind closed doors, whatever you want to do, you do, right? I'm just saying. But like, I would much rather there be a market for gentlemen that are into that to be able to purchase those legally,
Ah.
right? Rather than
Right, I
having
see what
to
you're
go
saying.
get them, the not
Yeah.
legal way of like someone
Right.
jogging down a path.
Yeah,
know?
no, you're right. You're right. I mean,
Vex is probably
obviously there
right
is
here.
there's obviously a want for them because there's an
Right.
industry
There's a
built around it.
market
It
for
just is
yeah.
Oh my god.
it's just weird for me to think that would be arousing, if you will.
You don't even want to know. Especially
They're
after
very tidy.
especially after taco nights.
They're very tidy, but they're not whitey.
Not anymore.
No.
So this whole
Nope.
show took a turn for the to the penis god. Yes, this is what our show does. We have subjects. This poor woman creates a whole list of subjects.
No,
We advertise it,
listen, no.
nothing- and it
Hold
all
on.
goes awry.
Stop for a second. Do not give me any credit. What Vex does for your research, that is research. What
that's
I do is I pull up a link, I copy and paste, and put it onto a Word document.
I
Vex is
love.
the researcher.
No,
I mean, I went and did research today by talking to people that had OnlyFans at work.
And I appreciate that.
that's
And I
good.
think that I don't think that you wanted to know to tell us. I think you're interested.
I was very interested. I will say 100%. I was very interested. I was like,
Hey, what
Agreed,
if we
Pam,
show our
agreed.
feet together, Meatball?
my feet are horrendous.
So this
People,
whole
somebody
show-
would like There's always somebody out there who would like your feet. Oh, thanks, Cameron. Yeah, our shows like to do this on Fridays. We like to just go into weird places.
We have a lot of thing.
Randomness.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I can make 11 of those panties, I would. But until then, I'm helping wash them in between loads of work clothes. Yeah, I mean that's the whole.
I mean, they were talking about what's that one girl that got like millions
well,
of
thank
dollars
you,
selling
Vex, but-
bathwater.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
or there was somebody literally trapping their farts in a jar and selling them.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a market for everything
Yes.
She
out
went
there.
to the hospital, I thought, because she did it so many times.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
did.
and let me just tell you something I read today. I it's off topic, but did you know there's a new show coming out on TLC which has all the greatest shows? It's called MILF Island, and it's mothers I'd like to fuck.
Did you see Filipino people? He's like, oh, I got a new show.
They're
to
put
watch.
on an island so they can find love again. I swear to
Probably
God,
more.
they make shows out of everything.
Are they
That's what we
casting right
fuck-
now?
I have so many questions.
You do. Have,
hey, Cannoli, can you mute me for a second? I don't want to touch my phone, but by the way, I have a tripod now, people. So I shouldn't be
we
knocking
got
my
her
phone
some-
down.
I'll mute you. Go ahead. You're muted. Okay. She's gonna. I want the phone to fall so bad so I can clip
God
that
damn
out
it.
again.
God
Damn it! I shudder to think why y'all's research history looks like runs. Yeah, you might want to delete your own Google. Let me just say this: Google's incognito
I'm
mode
proud.
is bullshit. It doesn't
I
work.
am proud of my search history. You guys can look through my search history at any time. You'll just see a bunch of guns and baseball gloves. That's basically
Dirty.
what you're gonna see.
Not dirty milfs.
No, I'm married to one.
Jesus Christ! Jesus. Where do we go with these streams? This is just fucking insane. What
If
happens?
she ever watched these, she'd be like, "I'm gonna divorce you."
Oh, see, she's drinking Trulies. So to see what happens. Oh,
She should be
Yeah.
drinking ranch waters.
well,
I know, but I don't like the flavors. I had to pee real quick. I'm sorry. Did you want me to knock the phone down
By the
for
way,
comedic purposes?
I did actually.
Hold on. For the record,
Yeah.
peeing through the panties is a subcategory of the panties.
Wait a minute. I don't have any panties on.
You're ruining this revenue stream. You are ruining the revenue stream. We can start selling podcast used panties on the website.
Podcast. That's it. Podcast panties. Podcast panties.
Oh
There you
my
go.
God.
So basically, you and Vex start a female show called Podcast Panties.
Yep.
Vex, are you in for that?
But hers are international panties because they're from Canada.
I started a whole.
They're minority panties.
Listen, that's a show under Cannoli Sasquatch Productions. Podcast
You know what
Panties.
though? I'm kind of a minority because I'm Italian.
You are Sicilian.
I am Sicilian.
By the way, I need someone, if anyone,
No.
local, not local, I don't care. I need a place
Jesus
to go for my
Christ.
birthday dinner. I have no idea.
You need a what?
a place to go for my birthday dinner.
Go to Steak 44.
Okay, this is an entire family, including children. I'm
Yeah,
not spending-
you're not
Never
going to
mind.
spend $6,000 on a steak.
$40 on a steak for a 4-year-old.
Well, I know. I don't blame you. I'll get back to you.
You want a whole?
All right,
You want a
thank
whole
you.
family to
This
go
is
to a?
this is my immediate family, my mother, my
Oh,
sister,
God.
and their family.
And the
Okay,
so
that's a lot of people. A lot of
Right.
brown people.
It's 8, but okay.
half and half.
And my brother-in-law is
Oh,
really white.
Actually,
yeah,
he does love Brazilian steakhouses. We have a
Bro,
lot of them.
I go
here.
there. I go there all the. God, I love Brazil.
We have a lot of them here, actually.
But like, it's what was it? $90 for lunch?
It's not cheap.
Holy
Well,
shit.
Go to a Mexican restaurant. They're
We
used
went-
to having large groups of people in their houses.
Okay. I feel
saying.
really bad. I feel really bad for that joke. But
Don't.
the
Don't.
wife is a principal, right? She
Right.
had to go do a check-in on a child because they've been missing. They hadn't come to school for 3 or 4 days or whatever. And the kid was fine. Just she was sick, and then the parents they just never called, right? The hotline to report the kid out.
Right.
So she went to this house and she goes, it's like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And she's like, I'm pretty sure there were like 8 cars out front and at least 30 people living inside of it.
Holy crap.
Jesus.
And so I
We
was
have,
like, what?
listen, we have next door neighbors. Now, we own the townhouse and it's 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's 1,200 square feet, right? Our next door neighbors, same model, have 2 parents and 5 kids.
Yeah, it's tight.
And I mean, we have 3 people in this house, and that's enough. I can't imagine 5 kids and 2 parents in a 1,200 square foot 2-bedroom house.
You've been to my house. So like
Yeah.
the house that's right next to mine is the
Yeah.
biggest model house of the makers, right?
Mhm.
Right.
And it's a 5.4 because I have a 4.3. They have a 5.4, right? And it's massive inside. It's almost 3,000 square feet. When we first moved in, they had 2 sets of parents. So like both the husband and wife's parents were living there, and they had 3 kids, and one of their kids had 2 kids
Oh,
all living
God.
there. And I was like, yo, how?
What is Vex asking? Have we ever met a purebred Hispanic?
I'm married to one.
He's married to one. This is Arizona. Of course we have.
Well, she's from Texas. I claim
Oh,
Texas.
I was going to
because of it.
say, I got family there too. And yeah.
You know what, Meatball, I have to see if I can find the name of it, but there is a fun Mexican restaurant that is supposed to be all like fun decorated for Christmas, but I think it's too far from you. It's all the way in Scottsdale. It looked really cool.
That's
but-
worth it.
Let me see if I can get the name for
Okay.
you. It was something I'd like to go to, but my kid doesn't really eat Mexican. She's boring.
I had an ex that lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with his mom, his sister, and her husband. They're 4 kids.
Oh my gosh.
So hold on. Back it up. Vex dated a guy that lived with his mom? Is that what I'm reading?
Of
Well,
course
how
you would
long
pick
ago?
that out.
Am I reading
How
that
long
right?
ago was this?
Yes.
How long was this?
Well, she's
like, I
married
was
now.
in-
It's probably a
she's like,
while
I was in
ago.
high school, and I was like, okay, you can have that one.
Yeah, I will say this is very true for people who live in Texas because I have
Dude.
family that lives in Texas.
I'm
That's
dope.
how-
Bro,
that's how
I'm
they
not
Would
think.
even-
you?
I'm
would
not
you
even
tell-
lying. I tried to get into schools in Texas so I could claim Texas with the college degree.
Yeah, it's
Would
true.
you,
Oh,
White Bear?
8
Would
years
you say pull up what White Bear just said?
God.
Vex, what were you, like 10? You're like 18 now.
I feel like my
So
credit score is
let me
low, but-
ask White Bear a question. Wait, so when I'm listening to your Monday stream, is my credit score going lower?
No,
Look, if your
well,
credit score
that-
doesn't start with an 8, we're not even
By
worried
the
about
way,
it at
that
this
month,
point.
last Monday, that clip of
That was
the
funny.
ASMR with Vex literally fucking almost broke me. The
I cried.
ASMR.
She almost,
I
Yeah.
cried.
yeah, it was funny.
I wish that video needs to freaking have like 1 million views. It was hilarious. For that
But can we
2 minutes
just say, hold on a second. Do you want to tell the people who got you your highest views on a short ever?
Yeah, that would be you when you dropped the phone the second time last week.
How many
On our
views did you
show?
get?
It was like 2,000 almost for a short.
But at this,
It was
okay, and then you should toot your own horn. How many views did our review get?
Well, this is why I have my watch hours skyrocket. My initial review show has almost 14,000 views.
Wow.
And then the recap 37-minute recap clip has almost 18,000 views now. It's insane. So my watch hours just skyrocketed.
So I'm basically doing nothing for this show. is what
Oh
I'm
no,
doing.
you're helping. These live streams help a lot.
No, it's all. I mean,
By the
yeah.
way,
We can,
smash that
can
like
we
button.
start calling Vex the like button so that this little thing that pops up is a
Oh!
lot better?
Wow.
You know what, Meatball? Wait a minute. I think you have hurt Diana's feelings because ever since you started with Vex,
Look,
Diana doesn't show up anymore.
Diana ghosted me.
She did, huh?
She left me on red.
It's
Yep.
true.
Because she's not even in this chat anymore. She
Right.
doesn't show up.
She doesn't care. Can you imagine?
She comes
if
on
I-
Mondays when you're not there, but she's not there anymore. I'm just kidding, people.
Listen,
That's
White Bear,
because-
we know how you really feel.
White Bear just likes the white
Wait,
stuff.
do I count as brown?
Yes.
You're half.
Oh.
Well, you're Asian.
Your eyes are like this.
Hero.
Wow, it's racist.
No,
Yeah,
I
but
love
you're
Timmy.
Asian. Like you're Asian though. Like it's not really.
First of all, he's Asian. I'm Sicilian. You're Galabres or whatever the
Oh,
fuck.
hold on. She said I'm just baiting meatballs, so he'll buy my feet pics. I need the boost.
Hey,
She's trying to get
listen,
out of Canada. She needs the
I
money.
support
all-
my friends.
all about the money.
Yeah, we know how you'd support those.
I look. I've told this to every single person. If your kid is selling candy bars or selling whatever for whatever, mark me down. I will buy them, whether or not I want it or need it. I will buy it because I'm going to support my friends and whatever they do. If you started your own business, right, I'm going to buy something from you. I don't want a discount because I want to support your endeavors. So if you're going to,
So you'll buy my feet pics. You'll buy my feet pics.
I would buy your feet pic to show support, right? So if you,
Okay.
like whatever you're going to do, I'm going to support you no matter what. Now, with that
Fair
being
enough.
said, after the first couple of months, kick me a discount code. God damn.
Uh-oh.
Look, I'm not even kidding. I will just feel like
I believe she would.
I think she would. Why not?
That's like not a joke.
We were talking about that at work today. Like, should people be ashamed of it? I'm like, for
No.
what?
If I could make money doing anything but getting my ass up and going into an office every day, Cannoli tells me all the time to start an OnlyFans, and I'm like, what the frick would people want to see?
We could do
Everything.
feet pics. I'm joking.
I
We could do
guess.
feet pics.
This is a good
guess.
segue into next week's my topic for next week.
I liked your topic. That was really good.
Oh yeah, but while we have everybody in the chat, why don't you go tell everybody what you want as next week, right before Christmas Friday?
Christmas
And I like
Friday,
this.
right? I think I'm gonna come dressed for Christmas. I don't know about you guys, but I'm
Me
coming dressed for
too.
Christmas.
Me too. Yep.
I think we should have a Q&A and then either DM your messages or however you want to get the messages
Questions.
to them, your questions, right? To
Yep.
to Cannoli, and then Mrs. Sasquatch gets to ask the question to the panel, and we get to ask questions. So if you just want to ask a blank question to everybody, like get to know
Like
us,
for
right?
instance, like what size boxers do you wear?
Right? Like what
Right.
type of boxers do you? What do you like? What, or
Are
if
you
want, like, a
you
very
tidy
specific-
whities? Or are you boxers?
Are you a furry
Right.
or are you not a furry?
And I think it'd be a really cool way. I
like it.
participated in one.
Hold on.
for
Vex says dudes love moms, and then here she says
Facts.
you'd make a killing as being a mom.
Oh, 1000%.
You know what? I don't. My daughter, I have to say, I love my kid because when I'm dressed a certain way for work, I'm not sexy, and I'm not like trying to be slutty.
Oh,
but
you're
she'll go-
sexy, all right.
She'll go, Mom, you're milf. She'll go, Mom, you're milfed up today, and that's a huge compliment.
Oh, look. White Bear says he'll do feet pics with you.
There you go.
Perfect.
Only if you put
Perfect.
if you got to have holding your chickens in your land on your farm to.
Wait,
with the
you
feet
say
pic.
he has chickens and lambs?
Oh, he's got all kinds of shit on his.
I
love
love
it.
animals. I'm a vegetarian because I love animals so much.
Yeah, see.
Anyway,
I know.
Oh,
to finish my thought process on it, like
Go.
even have like the content creators like Vex and White Bear and all and Copa like ask questions, right? Like,
We should all come together and do like a big end of the year stream.
come
Boom.
I think we should.
Who should come? Well,
But my whole thing was for next Friday's thing, do a Q&A right before Christmas.
So maybe Cannoli puts out on Twitter and all the social medias, people send your questions, and then he kind of compiles all of them.
you can DM me, and then
Yep.
you can also, if people want to come into the chat even and ask questions, that's fine
Yeah.
too. I mean, that
Yeah.
works.
You're a vegetarian, so
We
what
could
do you
call it
call
an
it when you? Oh, that's interesting. When I have beef with somebody,
Oh,
I don't
getting-
fuck around. I'll have beef with
Whoa.
somebody.
Oh,
It's not called beef anymore. It's where do we hide the body?
Right.
yeah, we are Italian.
And let me tell you something. My genre of books that I read, I used to listen to murder podcasts. I
crime.
read everything. You always get caught.
Oh, Vex, please cosplay next Friday.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Please come
Come
back.
on!
This is no joke, actually. I think I always wanted to do
Yep.
an end of the year thing.
I'm
Yep.
that was
dressing
planned.
up. I'm
Me too.
straight up dressing up.
I don't
Yeah.
have anything to dress up as.
Listen, Cannoli, I got you. Don't worry, I got it.
Yes, put it back
I
on.
got it.
Hold on a second.
Put it back on.
He's going to
gonna
get
fit.
something to drink, or he's pissing real quick. Who
No,
knows?
he's putting mini
Hold on.
Sasquatch.
Oh, come on. Those are for the dog. I have something for him. Believe me. I'm going to pull it from the storage tomorrow. It's not
love
funny. You already did this once, Cannoli.
I love it.
It doesn't fit though.
He's a repeat offender. He thinks
My
it'll get
question
a
for-
laugh.
My
See-
question for Vex is, what would you cosplay as?
A dirty elf.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm gonna borrow my daughter's Nightmare Before Christmas sweater.
I'm going as straight the Grinch.
There you go.
Ooh, I love the Grinch.
You're gonna
Greg
rape the
should be-
Grinch?
Cannoli should be the Grinch because he is a Grinch.
I don't have.
No, Cannoli, I have something for you.
I have
That's
a
awesome.
Grinch gnome.
Oh please. Oh look. Vex says she's got mad respect because you're a vegetarian and doing keto.
Dude, girl, it is the hardest thing to do.
That's
The
what I'm
hardest
saying.
thing to do.
The hardest thing you've done recently. What?
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 There's been nothing hard recently, sir.
Wow. Oh, she's coming on as Krampus. You. I swear to God.
Yes,
Vex,
I
you
love.
better.
Perfect.
You better. I'm not even kidding.
No,
We're setting
that's
this
what's
up.
happening
Can
next
Whiskey
week.
Banger come on as
Well, as a dad.
as Christmas G.I. Joe?
Oh my God, that would be
Yes.
hysterical.
I
No,
gotta check
listen,
in
I
on
got ideas for Cannoli. He doesn't even know yet.
I know why Cannoli backed out today. Or not Cannoli, Whiskey Banger backed
Whiskey
out
Banger?
today.
Yeah, because
Why?
his wife might be having a baby.
No, because he had to declare about Michigan in 1997.
Oh, with the brisket.
What was that?
Yeah, that's
We made a bet about on football, and he had to declare the 1997, the true 1997
The true
national
champions?
champion.
I mean, Lambertsy. That's not. Yeah, I can see. That's a good.
That's a good one.
That would work. I'm not even kidding.
That'll
though.
be fun.
Vex. I'm not even fucking kidding. You better come on as Krampus next week. It's set in stone.
She will.
By the-
She's on
I
her
am-
break from work.
Yeah, I am going to be in a great mood next Friday.
She
'cause I have-
works. They shut down the strip clubs.
Wow.
Yeah, they shut it down for the. Listen, they shut it down for the holidays. They give the strippers a break.
Oh yeah, but could she move like? Nobody
The
moved.
hip, look at the hip flexion.
You know what? And nobody tucks in their shirt and wears a belt like you do.
So you're working next Friday too?
Oh,
Well,
I'm sorry, Vex. Okay.
Yeah, but don't you have 2 weeks off? I thought. Well, I got the whole week after Christmas off.
And
Finally.
Cannoli told me that I should take some time off because we have to
We're
watch
taking
some
time
movies
off.
so we could start doing
Just-
some.
Just so you know, I'm off Thursday, Friday of next week. Right.
So you have no reason not to show up on Friday.
Right. And then the week in between Christmas and New Year's
Yeah.
is the most requested week off at where I work, right?
Right.
So if you work that week, you get paid 4x your normal pay.
Oh no, that's. No,
So let me guess, you're working.
Oh yeah, the wife is like, "I'm going to Texas," and I'm like, "Okay,
I'm working.
I'll make a month's worth of money
You know
right
what?
now."
You know what, Vex? I agree. I feel like sometimes mine are the same.
Vex, I have a really random question. Can I be the pole in that situation?
Oh
Wow.
God.
You're short. She'd fucking fall over
Worth
trying
it.
to grab for you.
No
No
such
such
thing
thing
as
as
tits
too
too
big
big.
a strip.
It's true.
I
It's a
agree.
fact. It's a fact.
Yeah. So looks like we're gonna. Have
Yeah,
a really
but you don't know
fun
what it's like to lift all of that weight onto the pole. I mean,
Hold
it's
on.
like
Could we get? So if we
Excuse
get,
me. I try to climb the pole all the time.
well, you're
his name?
bottom heavy.
What's his name? So we have Mrs.
I carry it low.
Carry it low.
Aw, see, she just basically said. "Get away
Oh,
from me."
see, there you go.
Look, it could be widowed here in a soon.
Wow.
Keep playing that game. Keep playing that game.
Okay, so here's how this show rolls. We bamboozle the people with a topic, and we never get to it because
Okay.
just
Okay.
chit-chatting
do
is
this.
no.
We'll spend 5 minutes on the topic and move on to
No,
everything
no,
else.
no. I actually like just freeballing it, as you would say.
Let's do this. Fuck the list again. Let's do this since we got
At
everybody.
what point is this starting to be clickbait? At
Well,
what point is it clickbait?
Exactly.
We are on the Monday show. We are reviewing Die Hard. So,
Yeah, you're gonna try. Last week you did a Gremlins review for 35 seconds.
Well, that's because nobody wanted to do Gremlins. Nobody cared
Did
about
you-
Die Hard
do
is
you
a
agree?
legendary movie.
Do you agree with my assessment that brought up the topic for this week?
What are you talking
Remind
about?
me. 'Cause
So everyone agrees that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, right?
I guess. I mean, I feel bullied into making that.
It is a
assumption,
Christmas
but go
movie.
ahead.
It's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
I made the statement that if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, which we all agree to, Beverly Hills Cop 2 is also a Christmas movie.
Wait. You're right. Because, hold on.
Segue. Message. You're right.
Hang on.
X. This is not what
It's
we
like
do on
Look,
Monday.
we're working so well together to be able to put this together.
The show ends in 15 minutes. You better move your ass.
It can end whenever the fuck I say it ends.
Yeah, you don't have to edit all this.
There's nothing to edit. You said you had your clip. Shut up. Hold on. You know what? I saw Beverly Hills Cop on a list. Maybe I didn't take
For
it, but it was
Christmas?
on the list.
Beverly Hills Cop 2 specifically.
Well, hold on.
Yes.
Advent. If you get your fucking internet working Friday, you must be on the show.
Everybody should come
Facts.
on. Everybody.
I don't know if my
How many-
internet can handle it.
How
but
many?
we'll
How
find
many
the
can you
time.
carry?
I think you can do
10.
Look, if you need to send me the login, I'll log in and send everyone the links. I have like the Gucciest internet on the planet.
I have like really good.
Mine's paid for by my work, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh well, that's even better.
Did you do Gremlins because it was considered a Christmas movie?
We
Cannoli?
did a vote.
had
We did a
to,
vote
yeah.
on. We did a vote on Twitter, and they chose that. Everybody else wanted Eyes Wide Shut, and we chose.
How many votes did you get on that Twitter poll?
I didn't vote.
60 or 70 votes or something like that.
Bro, how could you should be able to get like 900 questions.
I put it on my community page on YouTube too, and Eyes Wide Shut actually won the YouTube one, but it was a lot.
Is
less
Eyes Wide Shut a Christmas movie?
It's during Christmas time, and then
I don't even know what that movie is.
Oh,
Me
it's
either.
shit. Stanley Kubrick. It's the one with Tom Cruise and what's his wife at the time? What's her name?
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. It's about like secret societies, and then mysteriously Stanley Kubrick was whacked like a month after the movie came out.
Well, that's because he produced the moon landings, but that's a different
Well,
story.
they supposedly
Agreed. Thank you.
supposedly the rumor is that he nailed it so close to what secret societies are actually like that they had to whack him out.
I bet you they did whack him out.
Yes, Vex has been dying to do this movie for like weeks. Yes, we
I
are
know.
doing it. Coming back after Christmas, we are doing Eyes Wide Shut.
I'll make you a deal, Vex.
It's on Netflix.
You guys can do it after Christmas if you come on the show next Friday. I feel like that's a
Fair enough.
fair deal.
Thanks for coming on, Cameron Vale. Thanks for the follow, and thanks for dropping in on the chat. Go make your gin and tonic. Enjoy your
That
Friday.
sounds
and
like
your
a
weekend,
good
buddy.
Friday night, Cameron. Have fun.
Yeah. I appreciate you. I know it's late for most people. For us, it's not. But
I was too
Depends
busy
on how
dancing
many
on stage.
Trulies you've had.
Look, if you play your cards right, she's gonna snuggle up to you there, big dog.
that's what.
No,
That's how I got people into the stream. I said, let's see how many.
Oh,
Trulies there are."
excuse me. I'd like to clarify something you were making fun of last week with ASMR.
Yes.
It's not just tapping. I'm going to tell you what's very relaxing. Hair brushing, doing this, scalp rubbing.
I don't have a scalp to rub.
No, like girls who have hair. There's this new girl that I follow who you don't understand it. That's the thing. You were knocking it last week because you don't understand it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this
No,
now.
no.
I don't want to understand it.
It's okay. It's not for everyone. It's only for intellectual people that can comprehend the sounds that they're hearing.
Yes.
No, they don't talk like that.
Oh, but I do. This is my ASMR.
Question: do people that like ASMR have audio dysphoria?
Audio dysphoria?
You know what? Maybe it's I wear hearing aids, by the way.
Wait, hold on. My Indian friend here, who dropped in
Hi.
last time, he's saying Sure, well, it's cold in some areas of the country. It's been cold here in the deserts and colder than we want.
Well, cold for us is 55 degrees. We're a bunch of pedusses.
Yeah, we are. So 28. So I think he's going by Celsius, right? What's 28 degrees Celsius?
I don't know. I'm not good at that.
82.4.
So it's 82 degrees where
Wow.
he is, and it's like in the 40s or 30s here right now. Mrs. Cannoli said, "Weird World Comedy says you're drunk."
It is 6.11
Not yet. I'm only
degrees
on-
Celsius.
I'm not quite drunk yet.
Wow.
I'm almost done with my third.
Oh
about
yeah,
to start.
he's saying there is no cold weather. I can
Yeah.
understand. It's
Yeah.
51 in we live in Arizona, right? The part of Arizona is the hot part of Arizona. It's been what in the 50s and like low 30s here.
51 in Florida is very cold.
I was gonna take the little tiny human next
Yeah.
Thursday up to Flagstaff,
Yes.
and they're like, "Oh, hey, by the way, it's gonna be in the teens," and I was like, "Go fuck yourself."
But didn't you
Like
just go to the Polar Express? It was really cold, wasn't it?
It was fucking freezing. I had to
Yeah.
buy a beanie there.
Bye, Jacob Ironside. Thanks for rolling in, homie. I'm gonna get with you, Jacob, tomorrow, and we'll schedule a time on your shows in January. I'll be on there with you. Appreciate that, buddy.
Thanks. Sick invite. Sick invite,
50
Jake.
51
Jacob
degrees.
Ironside.
Here's the problem with Arizona. It's 100 and like plus degrees for 6 months straight, and then it drops to like the 30s at night in the winter. So you're talking about what, a 70-degree drop in temperatures in a few months. So
Yo,
and it's dry.
Then
and we
you
can't
want
handle it.
to have it really fun? You want to do it really fun? Come
Yes.
about where I live. Where are the
Oh yeah, you're out in the middle of nowhere, so it's even
Bro.
worse. Yeah.
Bro, like I swear to God, I went outside one time at like 11 o'clock at night. I was like, "What the
Freezing.
fuck? Sub 30
Wait,
degrees
dude,
out here."
People, look up the temperature in Flagstaff right now. Flagstaff, Arizona is the northern part of Arizona. Beautiful area. I think it's like 8 to 10,000 foot altitude.
I think the Grand Canyon gets colder though, doesn't it?
No, Flagstaff gets colder. Flagstaff is higher. But I want to know what the temperatures are.
19 degrees.
19 degrees. So northern Arizona gets cold. Like we actually have diversity in the state where you can go an hour and a half away and you're in much lower time. 19 degrees. I remember Flagstaff one time last year was at 1 degree at night. One point. I don't know how.
Have you seen the videos of the rocks at the petrified forest in the winter?
Mm-mm.
They're frozen.
No.
So petrified forest, right? It's trees that are now rocks because they've been petrified or whatever, right? It gets so cold that the residual water that's in the tree, right, that's now a rock, actually allows the big boulder rock to break off into smaller pieces. So like you'll smack a solid piece of, rock, and all of a sudden it just breaks into tiny
shatters
pebbles.
because it's frozen. Yeah, you live in New York, Greg. I feel bad for you when that's some cold.
You know what? After Meatball's thing that he just said, we should have put the more you need to know thing from remember when we were kids?
The more you know.
Thank you.
Yep.
No, listen, Wookie, I understand. Like, Florida and Arizona have somewhat similar.
They've been cold lately, though.
We don't have the humidity, but I agree with you. When it gets below 70 here, we feel it. We go out, it's cold. My family back east thinks I'm insane. They think I'm nuts. Like 60-something degrees to them is warm. That's spring type weather. And to us, it's effing.
But I'm wearing a hoodie right now. I'm wearing a hoodie.
Me
We're
too.
wearing hoodies and
Look at what hoodie I'm wearing.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
I know. I'm working on it. Working on it.
You should see what have Cannoli show you what I got Whiskey Banger for his baby gift.
Oh yeah, that was a nice gift.
What'd you do? Got a little baby hoodie?
No,
it's really cool.
Better. It's better.
All right.
It's better.
So yeah, next Friday, whoever's down, we'll try to get a group together. I'll put out.
We'll do a holiday extravaganza.
It's 26 degrees.
Hosted by Mrs. Sasquatch and Vex.
Vex, yay! They could talk sultry into the microphones. I'll get views. A Weird World Comedy. I want to say
we're not above it. We're not above it.
I think Real World Comedy is in the Carolinas, I believe, somewhere. So I can understand that. Oh, that's cold. 26 degrees. I wouldn't know.
Yo,
what to do
you want cold? My wife has a uncle that's in Oklahoma, right? And he's on the outskirts of Oklahoma City, right?
Yeah.
He sent her a picture the other day when he was getting into his truck. It was 4 degrees. And I'm like,
4
in Oklahoma? And they're like, well, it's dry, that dry, nothing flatness, and you just get stupid cold.
Hold on. You're going to make Meatball very excited here. She's
Okay.
doing voiceover.
Okay.
She's taking classes for voiceovers. So
Okay. You've talked me into it.
Just sound like this. Sound like this.
Listen, you're going to need to get me a microphone so I can participate, Cannoli.
That can be a part of the thing. That can like be a part of your guys' website.
Erotic
ASMR. With podcast pays.
Wow, that's a whole channel.
We're just going revenue stream off a revenue.
Well, you know what's interesting is my boss at work said I need to start a show on this channel called Crafting with Mrs. Cannoli, because I'm a major crafter and she's like got all these ideas. Like she's the mastermind behind, so she's like giving me all these ideas. So listen, in the new year we might have new channels. We might have podcast panties. We might have erotic ASMR. We might have crafting with Mrs. Cannoli.
We could just start a whole new channel for everything under the Cannoli Sasquatch Productions.
You know
label.
what? We could do this logo. We could do, instead of cannolis, he can be holding panties.
Boom. Boom.
So in the new year, we do have websites being worked on.
I'm working on. I'm trying websites. I fixed the merch. The S on the Sasquatch is going to be better now. So you're lucky, Meatball, that you didn't get merch yet because it had to be tweaked.
No, I want the old school stuff. That's worth more in the long run.
Oh,
when you're bigger than Jake Paul, right?
Yeah.
I want the old school stuff, the OG.
All right, I'll get you the original.
By the way, when are we even going to put a freaking sports show on this channel? God damn.
We're working on it all. Listen, that's definitely in the works. I would love to. So my goal is to, once I get monetized on here, which is going to take 30 years. No.
We just need the subscribers.
I want to expand into branch out to other channels. I'm going to create channels for sports. I want to do one for firearms. I want to do one with the misses and having shows. It's going to happen.
I want to do a crafting show.
We're building a website.
How not to commit fraud at a bank.
That too.
Sure.
That too. The week off, I'm off. I'm working on moving some of this stuff audio to podcasts and putting.
And I'm off with him, so we're gonna work on like the going into the new year right after Christmas.
Do I need to bring you guys food? And by bring you food, mean from my mom.
Does your mom make vegetarian options?
No, me.
Sure.
Bring me food. Bring
me
the
food.
beef from the birthday part. I want that, and
She makes the pancit without any meat in it.
What is that?
That's the noodles.
Oh, okay. I'll eat some carbs for you.
No, I want the meat. What's that meat she made for me?
That
for the
meat stick,
bro. The pork on a stick.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
The kebab.
You know, she marinated that for like 6 days.
Dude, I had like 20 of those in one day.
Listen,
I ate like another
we're
20
getting boring. We're getting boring. We only have 6 people.
Well, that's because you're not drunk enough and taking your top off.
I know. I'm really not, because I just opened my 4th one.
Look,
it's late Friday.
If you get her to 5, if you get her to drink 5, she might let you put it in the other hole.
No, this is what happens with the 2-hour mark. we're almost there. So it's slowing down because people in the East Coast, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's what happens.
Do we need another Teddy sighting? He's over here trying to eat my hand.
No. Teddy.
Do you know that my dog has a hoodie on?
I'm jealous.
She has a purple hoodie on.
I'm gonna.
It's 11 p.m. in the East. You know, when the time switches back, this is going to be much harder to do.
Zelda, you want to come here and show everybody your hoodie?
We got new jerseys for my softball team.
Yeah.
Oh, the Star Wars ones?
We get that one and another one. But I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get one for the dog, so the dog can walk around with the jersey.
Dude, you gotta get. Hold on, she's gonna kidnap the dog.
Here, look, I'll send you the one that I'm gonna get him.
Yeah,
it's not the Star Wars one, but it's a different one.
Zelda, oh look at my Zelda. Oh, hi Zelda. I named the dog Zelda
hang on.
because it's one of my favorite games of all time. Look at the
See,
hoodie.
she has a hoodie
What's
on.
up, hoodie puppy?
That's awesome.
Aw.
See, she
She
can,
doesn't bother her at all.
no,
No,
she
she likes
loves.
it.
She actually, when I go to put it on her, she gives me her paw. She loves
Aw.
wearing her hoodie.
It looks so fucking.
It looks so
there you go.
cool.
She has a Zelda collar too. You can't
I
really
like
see
that.
it, but
Got
her
the
collar has
legend.
Zelda all over it.
Teddy,
She
But
is-
just so
yeah,
you know, Teddy's collar is donuts.
Is what?
Donuts? It's because you
Donut?
like donuts.
Yep.
That's why you got
It's
it.
'cause
No, but
it's
her
'cause
collar-
Brian loves donuts.
her collar literally says Zelda. It has Zelda from the game, and then it has the Zelda character
Speaking
all
of
over it.
games, okay. So Vex, I just real quick, I've been trying to play The Witcher 3, Call of Duty, and this Kenya game for the last week, and I got to choose one. I'm putting The Witcher aside for now. It's just too involving. It's amazing update though.
Hey, look at the
So-
picture I sent you.
It better have naked stuff in it.
It does not.
Oh, the baby.
Oh, that's nice. Looks like a hockey jersey.
That's what it's themed after. Of a
Yeah, I was
hockey
going to say
jersey.
that. I like the colors too. They match perfectly. Yeah.
They matched
Nice.
that the Obi-Wan Kenobi one jersey.
Ooh, Obi-Wan. You might.
I had to ask who that was.
You had to ask who Obi-fucking-Wan Kenobi was.
Yeah, I was in charge of organizing the jerseys, and our team name is One Bad Inning OBI. And so they're
Yeah.
like, we should make jerseys after Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I was like, who is that? Is that like a famous person?
I can't be your friend anymore.
What the?
You can't. Yes, Vex. Yeah, I've been meaning to play Call of Duty for a while with you, and then Wookie B Bat also is a COD player, so we can get a little threesome going. I mean, a three-way
Yo,
going.
That's fine. You
Call of
can
Duty.
have
I
a
want-
threesome.
All I want to do is you guys play like
That's what we're trying to do.
Live stream your Call of Duty and let me commentate the whole thing and talk shit the entire
Wow.
way.
You got it. Oh, I like when you talk shit on my stream. So it's 17. So it's the next day already at 9:30. Wow, God bless you for coming in, buddy. I appreciate. He's waiting
Yes,
for me.
thank you.
I will listen. He was messaging me earlier about reviewing some more Indian movies.
Well, listen, the week that's why I took time off. So we're off a few days together in between Christmas and New Year's. We are dedicated to watching some of the Indian movies that we've been wanting to watch, and then we'll do some reviews on them. I gotta watch the sequel to Bahubali, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're being creepy, Cannoli.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know Tim loves it. I know Meatball loves this thing.
That
so
thing is fucking creepy.
We'll
By
turn
the
him
way,
around.
your manicure is fantastic.
Thank you.
Not
I
you,
take care
you
of
little
myself.
bitch.
Oh, sorry.
So yes, we will be reviewing some movies after the new year. We're gonna dedicate spending some time watching
We
movies
will.
and getting caught
will.
up on
We will.
India
We will.
cinema.
I think that's pretty much it. I think we pretty much nailed everything. We hit the 2-hour mark. Everybody's
We
wants to
didn't
check
nail
out.
shit, pal, because my lists have not been touched.
I bet you something else could. I was gonna say.
Oh, we're
Put
gonna
that on
touch
your-
something.
Put that on the OnlyFans.
tomorrow.
You know what?
coming up.
Exactly. But that's okay. We had a real good show. It's fun just riffing with you.
Actually, he hasn't had a nice ice Nazi update in a while, but I don't know if she's still around.
So I will tell you this: I have not been in the office since the very beginning of November. That's why this got grown out, because I could get away with it.
Do
by
that
not
at
going to
home,
the office. Yeah.
Wait, you're not allowed to have facial hair if you go into the office?
I didn't want to do the whole awkward stage of growing it out with people, right? So like being able to be at home and only have to be on camera every once in a while, right? You could have the
So
awkward.
why
stage
don't you
of-
have to go to the office? How'd you get out of that?
So we have to go a certain amount of times, like a week or a month, and then so at November they were like, you don't have to do it for the last 2 months of the year.
Oh.
So like
Okay.
Wow.
the mandatory time comes back in January, but
Let
White
me
Bear
let me
likes-
ask you
likes his
something,
hairy
Meatball. Are you
Yep.
getting used to your facial hair now?
so the weird thing was like this is the longest I've ever had it in my life. And
Right.
so like it was annoying as shit. And I was
Right,
like,
I remember that.
I'm gonna shave it. And the wife's like, it looks good. Like you
I
just need
like
to
it.
trim it
I
up.
like it.
So on Tuesday, I actually went into to a barber, and a barber cut my hair and then cut this because I had the the dance recital on Saturday, tomorrow. And so like when I came back with it, as soon as I saw it like this, I was like, you know what? This is actually worth trying to go into. And he made the comment that like next time that I go in there, which should be in about 2 weeks, like I might have it long enough to do a full beard taper. So
Well, I have to say, it flatters you nicely. You look nice. It makes
I've always
I
wanted-
take you
I've always
I
wanted
take you
this.
just a little bit more seriously than I did before.
Beard
good.
oil shampoo, Bookie says, and then you're good.
No soap
Well,
or regular
That's
shampoo.
if it really-
Okay. Is it beard shampoo that I need to get?
Yeah, beard is
shaving
actually
mine.
just. I'm shaving mine off for Monday because I reached the goal. Oh yeah, you're gonna look like you're 20. Well,
Well, I
you look
mean,
like you look like a
I'm not really-
12-year-old now.
look, I'm not really interested until you took 12. So
Wow,
I do like it on you, Filipino. I think you should hang on to it as long as you can. It's a nice look on you.
I think now that I got to the stage where it's like
Yeah.
a beard now, like
Yes.
now I look at it and I'm like, I actually do enjoy this.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think you get past the, like, you know, when you shave certain things and it's itchy until it grows back. I think you're past that stage.
Yes, and like I had always thought that I had a very patchy beard,
Nope.
and it was. And then as soon as I went to the barber, they like trimmed it out, and they're like, no, your beard's really full.
Cannoli can't grow a beard. He's tried. Why don't you try
Bro,
again?
remember, this took me 6 weeks to do this.
Yeah, you have to hang in there.
Could if I let it go. I don't know how good I would look with a beard. My hair's thin, so I don't know. Like I don't know. I could try
I
it.
thought the exact same thing on this. I was like, look, I'm here until December. If it didn't look good, I was gonna cut it January 1. But I think I'm gonna keep it.
I like it. I think it's a good move.
I want to rub my face on your beard.
I mean, you could rub your face on my other beard too. if you
Mine
want
or
to.
his.
Oh, that's both.
Call me
Well-
daddy and rub my beard. What?
I am Italian. You always say I have a mustache, so whatever.
I have nowhere else to go with this. So I think that's pretty much it. Listen.
Send the
Well, thank
questions in.
Yes,
That's
so
right.
Listen, I am going to put out this weekend the information as to the Q&A show for next week. So come into the
I
chat.
have something
We're
to
gonna
say.
try
Hold
to
on.
get it-
Before you wrap it up, I got something.
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of YouTube videos on football and sports or whatever, and so there's a guy that I interact with all the time because he writes for the SEC, follows a bunch of NFL teams, right? And
Mhm.
so I made a comment on one of his videos, and he commented back and goes, "I like your comment, but why the fuck are you named Filipino Meatball?" Right? And then so I go, "Oh, I didn't change my name back, right? It's whatever." And I wrote, I'm a commentator on a podcast, and I put the link to your podcast in my comment. And he goes,
Yeah.
I'll have to check this out. And the next
Nice.
video that he put out has a shout out to you in it.
Wow.
Thank you,
So-
sir.
I'll have to go.
Yes.
I'll have to send that video to you, but he's got like
Yeah, please do.
115,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that'll definitely increase the subscriber base. Well, thanks, man. Now I really have to rub your other beard with
That's
my
what I'm saying.
hands or face. Well, you know,
I'll
you
leave
gotta do
you
what you
two
gotta do.
to it.
Well, you
Let
know.
me rub my
is the
beard
season
on
to
your
be
back
merry.
hair.
Wow.
Let it happen.
It is the season for sharing. That's all I'm saying.
Shirt on
Being-
your back.
Being queer and merry. Wow. On that note, I will see you Monday for the Mischief Mayhem movie.
I won't
podcast
see you
show.
Monday.
She will
I'll
not
be in the
there,
comment
but
section.
The next
Me too.
Friday, we will be back. Whiskey Banger. We're going to find out what's going on with him. We'll keep you updated. Hope everything's good. Any prayers and blessings to them if everything going well. And that's basically it. Listen, everybody in the chat who came in today, love you all. I got nothing else to say. You guys kill it for us. You guys are great. We wouldn't be here without you. And that's basically it. So I will talk to you next week. Goodbye and love you all.